Salute, MobTube. How's everybody doing tonight? It's been a quiet day on MobTube today, huh? Not too many people doing shows, if anybody. I'm not sure, but I don't think anybody did. Um, Jeff is going to be joining me. I'm waiting for him to pop up here, and I'm going to have JC too from JC and M Cali. I think he's got an announcement he wants to make or something he wants to talk about. JC has been with me since day one. He supported my channel, when I was brand new, and I appreciate him. So anytime he wants to come on the show and talk about anything, I'm all for it. So let me see what's going on here with Jeff, and we will get started. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What's up, Murray? I'm glad you showed up. Thank you for watching. All right, Jeff said 5 minutes. Joey's Granny's Tendies. Hi. What's up, man? Joe M. Oh, did Marie say? Yeah, we're going to be doing, listen, guys, I'm excited about this. I talked to the Sorellis today. I know all you guys enjoyed having them on, and I certainly did. They remind me of everyone in my family, basically. And, I had such a good time with them Monday night talking and hearing stories and getting information. And they enjoyed coming on. So I'm going to start doing a new thing Monday night with the Sorellis. As long as they want to come on every Monday night at 8 o'clock, um, I'll be glad to have them come on and tell some more stories and fill us in on some more stuff. And I think that's going to be great. I'm really, really excited about that. So, yeah, Mike Fleming, Jimmy and Maria are good people. Absolutely. Really good people. Uh, Class acts, both of them. What does this say? Lee needs a diaper. I support MRE. Salute FBS. Salute, man. Todd Father, sup, sir? Listening from the forklift. I know what that's like, my friend. That's what I was doing up until not too long ago. What's up, Dan? Brooklyn 07, SJR Boston, David Todd, Mike Fleming, Beantown 916. This can't be wrong. I am late. Oh, it's all good. No problem. How you doing? Edward Everett. Todd Father, of course. Slinging produce, huh? Gotcha. Joe M said class acts for sure. Enjoy listening to that show. Looking forward to see them again. Yeah, me too. Definitely. I'm excited for Monday night. Timo Chavez. What's up, buddy? See who else is on here. The Simpin with the other guy's show. Not mentioning that name. Yeah, it's good to see all of you here. I'll tell you what, I don't know if you guys saw it today, but I watched it. I was actually just watching it with Shanna at dinner. But Jimmy Calandra put the part two of the Mikey Marola murder up. And that's a really interesting story, a very sad story. But I think that's one of his best. I don't know if you guys saw it. But really just a fascinating story. But other than that, guys, I tell you what, I feel like shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel terrible today. I didn't get much sleep last night. I never nap ever, but today when Shanna got home, we napped for a little. I'm just not feeling great. I wanted to take the day anyway to catch up on some emails and some comments. So if anybody got random responses to emails they sent weeks ago, that's because I'm going backwards and I'm working my way up to now. I'm trying to catch up with everything. I like to answer everyone if I can. All right, guys. I believe he's ready. Here comes Jeff. What's up,
What's up?
buddy?
How are you, buddy?
Good. How
All
you
right.
doing? Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
shit,
pretty
but
good.
I'm cool.
Yeah, you have those days once in a while, right?
Yeah, it was pouring today. Was it raining by you?
It was. It was. Yeah, we had a wild story up here today where I live at, in the city I live in. There's a guy in my old neighborhood. My family's from. Uh, the cops were called to this dude's house, and he said that they walk into the guy's house, and he walks out of the kitchen with a human head in his hand.
What?
I swear, right, like right in the neighborhood that I'm, moving around in. Yeah, it's crazy. They got him on, and it's a weird. I'll have to send you the story. It's a weird fucking story, man. But yeah, I guess one of his family members or something, he just stabbed them to death and cut their head off, and was like had the head in the freezer.
Was it there for a while, or it just happened today?
It-
Like,
They
did they
just
just find out today, or?
they just found the guy today. Like one of the family members that he had called the cops and said that he was like acting weird, so they went over and he just pulls the head out and walking around. Crazy.
That's nuts, man.
It really is.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to that, but you know what? The world is a little crazy, especially lately. So
Yeah,
I guess
it
I would
really
be
is.
surprised. I'm not too far from you. I'm surprised I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it would just happen like this morning. So I'll have to send you
But then
the
again,
story.
yeah, then again, though, like I said, I literally hide from news and world events at this point, including local. So I guess that's a good enough reason for me not to have heard about it. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, just super weird, man. Super fucking weird.
Yeah. Hi, Angel. Glad to see you here. Um, Stockhouse and news. The entire world is going fucking nuts. More so now than ever. I agree, man. It's wild.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Uh, did didn't Tommy Karate have a head stored in his freezer? Did he have?
Uh, I don't know about
I,
that. I think Richard Kuklinski claimed that he did that, but I don't know of any mob guys that did.
Tommy Karate kept the head of Phyllis Birdie, right? Or was
That's true. Yeah, I think he did do that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Phyllis? Yeah, Phyllis is the one that was friends with his girlfriend, right? I mix her
Yeah,
name up with his girlfriend's
she pretty much got her back into to drugs. They
drugs.
did drugs together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I always mix her name up with the girlfriend's. I can't think of his girlfriend's
that's
name
actually
right
pretty funny from Marie Cirilli. You can say it was chilling.
I love Marie. Uh, Marie is great on here. You see what I'm talking about doing Monday nights. Monday night with the Sorellis.
Yeah, you should. That was a pretty cool segment. That's kind of an interesting connect that you have there. They obviously have stories about people that you know they saw around, and yeah, I think that's a cool idea.
Yeah, absolutely. They're both really great people. I'm happy. I'm lucky that I'm the one that got them on my show. I really am grateful for them. So, what else you want to talk about tonight, Jeff? Anything you want to address or anything?
No, I guess right now things are pretty quiet. I mean, as far as in the mob tube world,
I
but
know, right?
obviously maybe some sparks could fly later this week with some things. But no, nothing really. I've just been doing a lot of my own show and just researching stuff, and uh, you know always ready for questions. We can talk about whatever. The show usually kind of goes wherever we kind of take it. I feel like so.
Yeah, and I like that actually. Honestly, rather than sticking to one subject, I honestly, like I said earlier, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a show today because I just feel like shit, man. It hasn't been the best day, but nobody's on, and I know you wanted to do a show. I figured why not? Oh, you know what? Let me, JC, give me 1 second. How did Jeff? Do you know how I know how to give somebody a wrench if I go into YouTube Studio and all that? Do you
Mhm.
know how I do it live?
Hang on a sec. I think you right click the person, like their name on the chat.
I'm trying to do that, but let me see. Where's this guy at? Uh,
Yeah. By the way, can I
yeah, I'm
comment
right
on one
click.
of the? Yeah,
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm right clicking on it, but
that would be
it
the
ain't
only
get.
way I would know of how to do it. I feel like.
Yeah, I'll have to do it later, guys. I apologize. Today wasn't like I said. I wasn't really up to doing all this stuff.
Is someone
Go ahead.
saying some of your business was put out there? Again, it's not really secret. I work for a company that's pretty public. I was there recently. We hashed some things out. So like, none of that is like private information. So yeah, I mean the company's pretty public with what we do there. So yeah, I don't. It's no
Uh,
secret.
yeah, I know. I didn't think it was. Angela, a wrench is when you make somebody a moderator for the commenter for the comments, so they can block people and kind of watch out for the chat room. It just shows a little wrench next to their name, showing that they're a moderator. Um, all right, I'm gonna bring JC on. I did get a question about Joe Piney. If you can keep that in mind, maybe we can get back to Joe
Yeah,
Piney
yeah,
after.
he's an interesting guy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, here's JC, guys. What's up, buddy? JC.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, you guys? Oh, is
How
that
are
how it
you?
looks? Okay, I haven't used StreamYard for a minute. Hey, thank you for having me on. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Absolutely.
Hey, but real quick, starting it off, Jeff, I
Yes,
feel
sir.
your pain, my friend. I get these trolls that try to tell me my shit's fake. I'm 46. You guys eat your freaking look at it. See that? There's only one little area right there. Eat your fucking hearts out, you haters. Jeff, not only does he also have great hair, he's got the most killer first name in the history of first names. We're both Jeffs, so he's
Shout out
got
to
the
you,
Jeff
man.
thing, got the hair thing,
Yeah,
guys.
the hair thing, I don't get too mad about. I mean, I spike my hair. I don't have gel in when I'm at home. It's just how I
Yeah,
wear it.
I like. Look, I like the comments. It lets us know. I mean, look, let's just be honest, Jeff. The guys that hate on us are not the fat, bald Sicilians of the world. He looks good the way his hair, with the way
Right.
his hair ain't.
Fuck
The guys that
you
try to
guys.
bag on us, I won't say any names, but it's the guys that, quite frankly, probably don't do so well with women.
Right.
They,
No, I
you
know. I
know,
know.
and when they
Here's
see
what I'll say
guys,
to those people. If they want
yeah,
to go out to a bar and so you could pick up more women, we could do that anytime. Let me
yeah,
know.
right, yeah,
I think it'll
these,
work.
these guys
Fuck
that
you
hate
guys.
on us, they're just, they wish they had hair. And if they're bald, they wish they had Sicilians look. They don't have that. They don't have our hair. They're just out of luck, fellas.
Agreed. I agree with that.
So what's up, JC? Did you want to make some announcements, or I didn't really get to talk to you before
Yeah,
the
you know
show?
what? I'm going to be making the primary segment of my show. Hang on, is this thing echoing to you guys?
A
No.
little.
Okay. Do I need to mute the volume? All right,
I
I
think
guess
good.
whatever. Anyhow, we're good. The main part of my show is going to be featuring the stories of guys that are actually still in the life, or the cartels, or the biker groups, or the gangs, or the whatever, guys who have not informed, guys that are either in it still or are recently out or been out, and they do jobs in businesses now where they don't want their names out there. So what they're going to do is talk with me in advance before it's their week to be featured, and we're going to figure out which information is good to put out there, what isn't. If we got to change the names to tell the stories, that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to set up a Proton Mail account, which is one of the few companies left that's rather private, so that we can get the stories through without it really being tracked or traced. I've already got a few guys that have reached out before, and they're ready to start coming on. So I got like 4 or 5 guests already, guys that are interested, guys that are legit. Some have been to prison and are back home. And some of them still are involved, some ain't. Some are partly involved. Some, it's all a degree with a lot of it now. They could be 25% legit, 75%, underground. It could be 50-50, 60-40, whatever. But I will be getting the stories out. And so that way we have stories out of guys that have not informed, guys that are legit, have been around, been active. But for whatever reason, mainly privacy, not wanting to get in trouble, they can't really put it out there, and they can't just have some documentary, 1 hour documentary or breakdown of them being put out there like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to keep some of this other stuff. I've sort of been, as you guys can tell, the last 2 weeks or so, I've been playing around with different things as I've been waiting for the results of this project to come fruition. I didn't want to announce it and then have it where, there's only one guy that'll ever do this, and you'll get 1 week of it. No, you're not, as you guys, when you do something like this where it's going to make it the staple of a show, obviously you got to have content. You need to know you're going to have it for a while. So I got like 4 now. And so for those of you guys out there that are involved with any of this or have been, cartel stuff, mob, the different OC groups, whatever, I can be an outlet. I have as you guys know, at least Fat Bald Sicilian, obviously I have a degree in journalism. I went to a legit college in California in the 90s. And so if the feds or any of them try to say that I'm just some Joe Schmo, whatever, it's like, no, sorry, bro, but I've got 2 bachelors. I have an associate's degree, one of which is in journalism. I've worked at different legit organizations over the years, news organizations. And so you try to get my info from me about these guys, and you're going to get a First Amendment defense. You have confidentiality with journalists to some degree still. You can't hide terrorism or secrets like that, anti-CIA shit. They can get at you for that stuff. But basic crime stuff, there's still a legit First Amendment protection for journalists. And the thing is, the FBI doesn't always see everybody as legit in the journalism field, but I think I'd have a decent case if it ever went that far. But I think I could keep it from going that far, and I think it would be good content. So that's the announcement. You're going to have some real guys out there that are involved with this stuff that will be able to get their stories out in some form or another. How it goes will be dependent, obviously, on the person and to the degree in which, their regular real life info could damage what they're doing now or damage their future. But the guys I've talked to so far feel confident that the info they're going to put out about themselves or their crews or whatever is old enough now where it shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, they're not going to be getting into major violence because there's no statute on most of that. But thefts, drug dealing, gambling operations, shit, running Shylock businesses, whatever, that stuff will be on the table, So we'll see how it goes, but I think I can pull it off and put a nice little 1 hour a week, featuring a different player in the game or recently retired kind of guy. So that's what we're doing there.
Well, that sounds good actually, because there's really nobody doing that. I will say this: be careful.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't report on anybody who doesn't want to be reported on.
Well, yeah. Well, no. This is strictly. I'm going to have it set up where it's only guys who step up to the plate and approach me about it. If I'm going to set up a Proton Mail account. That's through Switzerland. A lot of people use that. It's one of the last, genuinely old school private, obviously their shit can be subpoenaed, but they don't hand out their information in advance the way Google and Gmail, they're owned by the same people, Alphabet. But none of all those corporations hand out the stuff right out the gate for the most part. So this here, at least there's a private way to communicate. If I think it's somebody that, it'd be in their best interest not to say certain things, I'm going to let them know. I don't want to see guys get in trouble, especially from my stuff. I don't want to be, hey, Joe Blow from last week just got indicted, guys. That would wreck the show pretty fast. So,
there's already a YouTube channel that does that. It's called Vlad TV. I think he's good. People indicted.
Yeah, Vlad loves that stuff. His journalism skills flat out suck, but because of who he is, and he lives in Calabasas, which is one of the richest cities in California. I think the gardeners there, if you mow lawns in Calabasas, you're still making like 250 G's a year. So, it's one of those types of places. So he got his job because of who he's related to, not because of his skills. And people love to, he loves to bring on troubled souls. And then he knows how to, they want to clout chase, they want to get famous. He probably tells them in advance, hey, if you get in good with me, or you do this and that, it's going to be good for your career. And they end up getting tripped up. Then he brings on their rivals or other guys involved with them, and that, gets their stuff mixed up. And we know where that goes. The guys turn on each other. There's no loyalty at all in today's world in general when it comes to any of that stuff. None of these guys, anyone south of 30 years old probably doesn't abide by most of those rules of snitching anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been like that for a long time. But yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll definitely be tuning in. I was saying before you came on, when I first started the show, that you were one of the first people to really support me. You were absolutely the first the first YouTuber, content creator that actually reached out to me and had some kind words and were there to support me. So I always appreciated you and your support, and I'll continue to do anything I can to support you.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. And myself, and I'm sure Jeff would agree, one thing we really appreciate about you is your genuineness. You don't have to tell us about how you shot 25 guys in one weekend, and then the cops that came out to investigate got whacked too, and you're still walking the streets. You could tell us about your one Gebbit story. I think of frogs now when I say the name Gebbit. Gebbit. You have your Gebbit story, but you could talk about addiction or other stuff, and people are interested because you are a genuine person. Your wife is a genuine person, and that's good. That's what's badly needed right now. Is genuine people. You're not clout chasing.
Yeah, I try my best. I'll always tell the truth. That's one thing, that's why it irritates me when, people come in the comment sections and lie on me or anything, because if there's one thing that's for sure, it's that I've never lied to you guys, and I never would, because the first thing I ever said when I joined YouTube is that I'm a nobody. You know what I mean? So, and I've been honest about all my stories. I've basically embarrassed myself with a lot of them. So I hope people can see that I'm genuine, because I definitely am.
Yeah. And, like with me, I'm very fortunate that I was mentored by, Mexicans before I met any Chaldeans or Italians or Albanians or anybody else, because one of the things with them had always been that the rules will always be enforced. It doesn't matter if it's 20 or 30 fucking years from now, somebody is going to be there to enforce the rules. So you better keep your mouth shut and do things the right way. The other thing I like too was they weren't flashy with stuff. Even the cartel guys inside America that were in California in the 1990s, especially the area I'm from where there's lots of farmlands, there were large Hispanic populations from the 60s on. The thing I liked too was they didn't like flash at all. Even the cartel guys, they might buy some nice suits and they certainly have a few nice cars kind of thing, but they almost never have shit at their houses that cannot be explained through their above board income or what they claim on paper they make. And if they have front businesses, they typically actually show up to the businesses. Now, whether they're auto shops or whatever else are actually doing a lot of business to justify whatever per year, they're at least there. So if the DEA or the FBI are filming, they see a guy that's sitting there for 6 hours a day. Whereas what do most of us do if we had a front job? We wouldn't show up to that shit. Even though we had that option and it would have looked a lot better, we took it for granted, some of this opportunity stuff that we had, so, I was mentored to look at it like that, and it served me well later on. I didn't get greedy for the most part. I followed the rules that I was taught, and the rules, everything's quite similar, so. But that's one of the big differences there with all this stuff. And the one thing I like about you and a lot of the guys that you're attracting, the energy you're attracting, FBS, is that you are you have your natural aura is that you're not bullshitting people, and you don't mind being like a working Joe. You don't mind being a middle class guy or whatever life takes you. You don't
Yeah.
have to fucking be in a mansion. I never had any delusion that I would end up selling enough weed or doing enough casino nights to buy a fucking, a Scarface house. I never thought that at all. I was way more realistic about my goals. Now, does that mean I avoided getting caught? No, of course not. So, we all get in trouble no matter what. But if you're smart enough and you're a little bit more disciplined, you can minimize what happens when with an arrest or whatever. I've never informed, as you guys know, and it's going to stay that way for sure. So, especially being that I don't commit crime.
Yeah, I hear you. Me too. Not anymore.
Hey, can I ask Jeff a question real quick? Jeff, do you know Vegas Dave?
I do, yes.
Okay. Now, I've only heard of him. I was in Vegas when he won that millions or whatever it was a few years back when he bet on the Royals. So right. I thought I heard you say his name once. And
yeah, he's someone that made some legitimate money once or twice, and he doesn't have a good reputation, I think, in the business.
Okay.
He's kind of one of those guys, but there's been a lot of rumors about him. But hey, he can make money. I'll give him that. He has that service that he sells, and people buy it.
Yeah, I've heard. I wasn't big on the sports betting thing back in the day. I did dice rooms and stuff, But from what I understand, unless the guy is a real sharp,
No, he's not.
Yeah. I didn't think so. I'm not big. I figured you would know more about that. So okay.
Yeah, definitely he is not.
Vegas getting ready to downvote the video right now. Damn it, Paul Sicilian! How did my name get in here?
Angela, no, actually, I'm not on Twitter, but I will be eventually. I just haven't gotten on top of that yet. Well, JC, I appreciate you coming on and making your announcement so everybody knows. Everybody, if you want to shout out your page so everybody can go follow you, because I know some people in here were asking for the link. Or shout out your channel, I should say.
Oh, yeah, just the JC M. Cali West Coast Connection channel. I'm going to keep it that. M. Cali's on board for the record. He had a situation that happened way before this. He's got a teenage daughter like I do, and they get expensive. So he's had to work some extra hours. So that's why he hasn't been on the show as much lately. But I'm going to keep the same name because he's still on board. And hopefully he'll be back sooner than later. He's working double and triple shifts right now. But, he's got his woman and he's got his daughter, and they live in Vegas in a nice part of town. So work.
Yeah. That's commendable, though. But, yeah, when you get off here, put your link, because I don't know how to draw. I don't know.
No worries. Yeah, it's all good. I'll drop my link in the chat.
Comments. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Thanks again, man. And I'll talk to you soon, and we'll do a show together one day, just me and you.
Absolutely. Nice to sit down sort of with you here. Meet you, Jeff. Again, enjoy the hair, you guys. One last pick. Look, and Jeff even combs his over similar to mine. And that's what really makes them think that we're faking this stuff. But
fuck them.
Eat your hearts out, boys. All right.
All right. Jason. Yep. Talk to you soon. All right, Jeff. Yeah. It sounds like he's going to be doing an interesting show. If he really gets some people.
Man, he got bigger balls than me. There's certain groups that I don't cover on my own show. I wouldn't cover ever. So,
as soon as I hear the word cartel, I get a little shaky.
Yeah, I don't do cartels, MCs. I don't wade into them waters for sure.
Yeah, it's better not to, but he sounds like he knows what he's doing, and like he said, he's going to only tell the stories of people who approach him. So I think it'll be a successful show. I mean, I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, it's definitely stuff that people will like to listen to, So I'll check it out for sure. Nice
little addition to MobTube.
There you go. Someone asked a bit earlier about Joe Piney. Ramon. Yeah, so Joe Piney got his name. He used to sell, or actually used to extort from people that sold Christmas trees, so they would call him Piney. This is a guy, man, one of the more interesting people in the Gambino crime family. He's been around for years. I mean, he was born in like the 1910s. He was under the Mangano organization, and then eventually was actually someone that Joe Biondo pegged to kill Albert Anastasia. Was actually one of the guys that they thought would do it. He ended up getting pinched, and his brother was involved. A lot of people think Carmine Persco and Joe Gallo killed Albert Anastasia, but there's growing sentiment that the Gambino family, or present-day Gambino family, were the ones that killed him. According to people that I think know, Joe Biondo had people in his family take care of it, along with Armon's brother. They were the ones that ended up killing him. He was a big drug dealer, Joe Armon. He moved around in the French Connection. And then down the road, when Gotti decided to move on Castellano, he got support from Joe Piney. Now, there are some things about the film Gotti that are not true. Joe Piney never retired. He didn't have a hole-in-the-wall cafe in Astoria like they say in the film. John actually sent him
away from his wife.
Yes, to get away from it. Exactly. Joe Piney actually was sent to Florida, and he did some things down there, and probably lived half a retiree type of life. But he died, I think, back in the 90s. But a guy that was really interesting. I mean, he was a big earner. He was big into drugs, and this kind of goes back to the old sentiment that the mob didn't sell drugs and that most families outlawed it. There were people that were taking drug money, that were selling drugs, and Joe Piney was one. I mean, Joe Piney was moving big amounts of drugs in the 50s. So, a really interesting guy. I think down the road we'll probably do a show on Joe Piney. He's, I think, someone with a little meat on his bones that we can talk about.
Yeah, I think so too. I've done some reading and research on him, and he's one of the more interesting characters from that time period.
Yeah, his brother was a big mob guy too, Stephen Armon. So yeah, they've done all sorts of things in the business. So definitely fascinating people.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, JC. Anytime, buddy. You know that. This is his YouTube channel. I guess I don't know if he dropped his link, but everybody should go subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure we share a lot of the same subscribers. We all kind of do on here.
Also, wanted to just say, I do love the Gotti movie. I'm just saying there were a few things about it that were not valid. But yeah, no, the movie is incredible. I think it's one of the best gangster films ever made.
Absolutely. And, I get people on here that are like, you're crazy. That movie was terrible and it's overrated. I said, overrated.
I think a lot of people confuse it with maybe they think you're talking about the Travolta film or something.
No, I did a thing where I was talking about Gotti 96, and guys were commenting live like that I'm crazy and that it's a terrible movie, and they talked about the thing. And the only thing I have to say about it that bothered me a little bit, and I love Armando Santi as an actor, and he played Gotti, great role. The only thing was Gotti didn't really talk like him. He didn't talk fast like that. You know what I mean? He didn't if you watched Armando Santi in that, everything was real sped up. He spoke really, really fast. And Gotti didn't really speak like that. That's the only thing that bothered me. I thought he would have slowed it down for that role.
Yeah, I think he looked like him. He dressed like him for sure. Kind of the way he has a weird speaking voice, in his regular life even. He did an interview recently with Frances, and he has that really thick, kind of, I don't know even what the accent is. It's interesting.
Yeah. This right here, I watched Rob the Mob the other night. Crazy. Yeah. It's funny you said that, Miss Can't Be Wrong, because I only watched.
Way better.
Huh?
The Wannabe's way better. It's the same premise. It's just a way better film.
Yeah, I watched that a long time ago when it first came out, but and I never watch. I never really take the time to watch movies or TV at all. But I was feeling like shit all day. I was kind of just laying around, and I actually watched that today. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I actually think that's a good movie. Honestly, I don't think it was a bad movie at all.
I thought I don't know what it is, but Andy Garcia, sometimes in mob movies, I'm just not a big fan of. I don't know. Yeah. And to me, Rosemary and Thomas Uva were I like Michael Platt. Like in Boardwalk Empire, he's incredible. You know, I like him a lot as an actor, but The Wannabe is the same premise film. It's just got way better casting, and it's just a way better storyline to me.
It's about them? Because I never
Yeah,
saw that.
it's the same premise. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, but what's saying? What's good about The Wannabe is the angle in the film is also about John Gotti as well. They have some John Gotti stuff in it too.
Yeah.
And Vincent Piazza is awesome. He looks just like Thomas Uva, the real Uva. Patricia Arquette's awesome. She's Rosemary. It's really good. It's just a better version of Rob the Mob.
I thought the girl that played Rosemary was excellent, honestly, in Rob the Mob. I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I always found her like really hot. I don't know who that actress is. But, like, I always found her super attractive.
I looked up her name. It's something Ariana or Ariana something.
She's in some other movie. I'm trying to remember what it is.
I know, and I can't place her either.
I gotta look that up because that's gonna bother me.
Rob the Mob.
Nina Arianda.
Nina Arianda. Yep, there she is.
Yeah, she's in what movie was she in that I'm thinking of?
Let me see. She was in Goliath.
It might have been TV too.
Billions.
Oh, it's a TV show. She's in Billions. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, it came out. It's out recently.
I never saw that. Yeah, I thought Andy Garcia. That was just a shitty character and everything.
Yeah,
in the movie it was real corny.
I just thought it was really cheap, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, and he was Big Al. I don't know even who he was supposed to be playing. I'm not even sure who the hell he was supposed to be.
And that's one of the things about it that I didn't like. Like in The Wannabe, they actually have like the real people. Like they have, like there's a Cefalù character. There's like, you know, the Veteran Friend Social Club. Like they have the real names. Like it's valid. It's believable.
Yeah, and Rob the Mob, it was basically just Vinnie Gorgeous was the only like notable name, I think, that
right. And Vinnie Gorgeous wasn't involved. You know, he was loosely involved. In fact, he made the interesting thing about that actual story is the Gambino family killed them. Basciano and another guy went to Joe Messina and said, "We took care of that piece of work." They didn't, but I like The Wannabe a lot more personally.
Well, I'm going to check that out. Is that on any of the streaming? Is that on Hulu or Netflix or anything? I got to watch it.
Where did I watch it? I think I just bought it on iTunes. It was like $2.99. Just bought it.
Well, I will say this: one character that really, I saw Bert Young in that. I forgot he was in it, and I saw him today in that, and I thought to myself, this is one of those guys. Paulie Walnuts in The Sopranos made a comment to that old lady that was friends with his mother. He said, it's funny. When I was a little kid, you were old. Now I'm old, and you're still old.
One of the best comments he makes, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I feel about Bert Young. Bert Young has been old since the Rocky fucking movies. How old? He's got to be about 392 years old at this point.
Remember, Bert Young was in Sopranos as well as the old man Bobby that kills that. He kills that Mustang Sally guy.
Yeah, and I remember thinking when I saw that, like that cough and everything, because he had lung cancer in the show. Yeah. I mean, he couldn't be in good shape because you can't fake a cough like that. I mean, he sounded terrible.
So if you can believe this, take a guess how old Bert Young actually is.
I was about to look it up. How young? I'm going to say, wait a minute, let me guess.
He's actually still alive, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to say, honestly, I'm going to say like 81.
He is 81. Wow, good guess.
Damn.
I would have thought he was like 90, personally.
Yeah, I don't know where I pulled 81 from, but that's what I'm assuming just by the time frame of when Rocky came out and all that stuff. But that's
Rocky came out in like the 70s?
Yeah, like 76, I think, was the first Rocky. 76 or 77.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, and I mean, he was in all those, and then in The Sopranos, he just looked terrible, and he was hacking up a lung, which, like I said, you can't really fake that.
Yeah, that cough was rough, man. that.
Yeah, 76 was the first Rocky. Yeah, that cough was terrible. I mean, he played that role excellent. Hell of an actor, but he's been old for a long time. I
There's
don't know.
actually there's actually a real story about a real mobster that I think he was based on. If you want me to tell you about it, there's a guy, they called him Chinky. Chinky Facciano is his name.
Yeah.
He was a guy, he was in the Genovese family, and he was active until like into his hundreds. And there was a wiretap one time where he was meeting some family members and he was volunteering to kill people in like his 90s. Like this guy was fucking nuts. And I think that's where they got the idea for that character from, possibly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. We got some. Oh, 76. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, I don't know because if you think about it, so what would he have been in 76? What are you talking about?
In his
40,
40s,
45 years
which
ago,
is
Bert Young?
crazy because he looks like he's like 70 in that movie. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said I feel like he's been old for so long. He didn't look like he was in his 40s. I mean, he didn't. That's crazy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so he was in Rocky in 76, and that's how long ago? What? That's
45
50,
years ago.
45. So and he's 80. So he was like 30. Yeah, he was like 40-ish. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And he's not Italian at all. Well, he is Italian, I think. I think he's half Italian. Might be wrong. He changed his name. His real name's not Bert Young. His real name is Gerald Tommaso de Luis.
Yeah, I think I heard that a long time ago. He's 120. A.R.A. Ackerman says that's what he seems like it. Art Kunkel says 36 in Rocky, but I don't think maybe his character. I don't know.
It's
but
funny too because if you go look at his like IMDb, like all of his character names are like Carmine, Willie, Paulie, Bobby, Anthony, Philly, Eddie, Paulie.
Legendary actor, though, man. Legendary actor, without a doubt.
Yeah.
If all he was ever in was Rocky, he'd be a legend.
Wasn't he like the main problem in What Robbed the Mob? He was like the guy that like lost the
list.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted his wallet back. He was almost in tears because he knew he's finished. He was born in 1940. So, yeah. That makes sense then. 60 and then 81. Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn, he's been in a lot of movies. He's got some movies coming up. He's in. He's like 5 movies that are being filmed right now that are coming up.
Is he in a wheelchair in them? How the hell is he going to pull that off? He looked in Rob the Mob. He looked so old and frail. It's until he slapped the guy around a little bit.
He's in a couple movies coming up. The Final Code, Street Justice, All In, Asleep at the Wheel, whatever that is.
Huh. J.C. and McCallie, I didn't hear no bell. Yeah, I love that, man. Listen, I'm a Rocky movie freak. I've loved the Rocky movies since I was little. I could watch them. I could do a Rocky marathon every day. I used to take my daughter to the museum in Philly. You know what I mean? Let her run up and down the steps and all that stuff. Matter of fact, I just took Shanna there recently because she had never been there.
I've never been there. I lived in Philly for years. Never been there.
You never been to the museum?
No, I've never been up the steps or nothing.
That's one of those things you kind of gotta do. Well, we took a trip one day because we actually wanted to go to Eastern State Penitentiary, see Al Capone's cell and all. Matter of fact, that's where this shirt came from.
You got that? Yeah. It's like a cool Halloween thing too, you know.
Yeah, we didn't want to do the Halloween. I actually wanted to take a tour and really see what it was like in there. And holy shit, I mean, wow.
I'll tell you what. It's a shame. Like, it's shameful to see, like, where Rocky's house was and stuff. You should see that neighborhood now. What a fucking shithole.
Oh, I know. In North Philly, yeah.
Yeah, Kensington.
Yeah. A lot of people think that was in South Philly. It wasn't. That was in North Philly.
Little Marie, if you know that character, her house is in South Philly. It's on Jackson Street. And eventually, when Rocky moves in with Adrian, they live in South Philly. But the house was on Tusculum Street, which is like a shithole neighborhood now.
Yeah, that his house and the gym, Mickey's gym,
Front Street, there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrible place. Not a place I'll stick with South Philly. I've had my experiences in West Philly and North Philly. I like to stay south.
Let me ask you a question. I got an idea for a business. Okay, tell me this isn't a good business.
All right.
Okay, so they have like tours and shit, right? Where like you go to Eastern State Penitentiary or whatever. I got an idea called Hood Tours. Okay? We take you to all the bad spots in the city, and you can see like things that are going on, right?
So just exploit the poor people and the drug addicts and shit for profit.
I mean, we're there anyway. People want to see that shit.
Yeah, well, you got to get a bulletproof bus though.
Yeah, you would. It would be like a tank almost.
It'd be like when you take like a whale watching cruise and they give you a life jacket. Like on the Hood Tour bus, you get a bulletproof vest and like a weapon of your choice.
All the windows are bulletproof. It's like a tank. It'd be awesome. I'd do that.
You're surrounded by fucking like cops and armored vehicles.
We'll take you to the most profitable drug corners. We'll take you to this is where so and so got arrested. Like all this stuff.
Yeah, there you go. We go to the bottom in Philly,
everywhere.
I used to go to 46th and Fairmount in Philly. It's
the bottom.
It's the bottom. Yeah, that's what they call it, and it is. It's
So there was years ago. This is probably like in the late 2000s. There was a guy in North Philly. True fucking story. You can look him up. His name was Reds. Big fat guy, red hair, bling always on. Drove an Escalade, a white Escalade. He always hung out at 5th and Indiana. He was a big drug dealer. Big drug dealer. He's actually doing life now. He had a fucking petting zoo, Sicilian. Not even kidding. In North Philly, right on 5th and Indiana, he had this fucking little lot. It was like this garbage-strewn lot, and he had goats and cows and ducks and shit, and he ran like an illegal petting zoo in this area, and so many people would go there. And this guy was a gigantic drug dealer, like gigantic. Like, again, he's doing life now. And people found out about this guy one time because BBC went to Philadelphia to do this documentary, and they fucking interviewed him, and he like talked on camera about like what he did. He didn't say what he did, but yeah, you see like the petting zoo is crazy. We could go to places like that. Like all that stuff could be hood tours, you know?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of spots you could hit. But like I said, first you got to get the bulletproof bus, maybe some vests. You got to get a lawyer to make up some disclaimers. Listen, you might get killed on this tour by a crazy junkie or a.
But the reason I say this is popular is there's like YouTube channels that they literally just drive around cities. There's like a YouTube channel. He's got like 600,000 subscribers. He just like drives around like hoods. Like,
you're talking about? Did you ever see Mooney Dashcam?
No, this guy's called Charlie Bow. Is his name?
Oh, well, there's a guy named Mooney Dashcam whose channel I actually like. He just drives around New York to like all the famous.
Oh, I have seen that. Like,
he did a thing on Bath Avenue, and he drove around like Anthony Spiro's Social Club.
I've seen that guy.
Yeah, and that's what he'll do. He'll just drive around to places where hits took place, old social clubs, mobsters' houses. I think he did one on gas pipes, that mansion the gas pipe had built that I don't think he ever even got a chance to move into.
We're gonna do one of the things we wanted to do on our show is down the road do some of that stuff as well. We wanted to go to the old Gemini Lounge that's now a church.
Yeah.
And we wanted to interview some of the people that are like go to that church and be like,
I'd love
hey, do you know what this place used to be? And like,
yeah, why do you come here?
Yeah.
What a strange place to put a church. That goes to show, though, if a church can get cheap real estate, they will take it.
I think it's called like Living Waters or something. It's like really funny. But you ever wonder, like, do you know what went on here like 30 years ago? Do you know what that door was? Like, what happened when that door opened?
Like, do you know there's still blood in the pipes from when they would hang people upside down and just drain them? Just drain them into the tub before they chopped them up into 6 pieces and put them in a trash bag, threw them on the curb.
Now, that would be a cool Halloween place to go to. something like that.
Yeah, but you know what though? I'm going to give you an example of bad vibes. Okay, I went to, and this is why I would never step foot in the old Gemini Lounge. I went to what's it called in Chester County? Penhurst.
Oh yeah, it's like an
Penhurst
asylum.
Asylum.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I never felt just a negative, almost terrifying, chilling energy like I did in that place. I felt wrong for even being there. Like, it's almost crazy to me the way they turn that into like when they turn it into the Halloween thing, they almost remake what it was like recreate what it was like when those people were in there and they were being tortured and they were basically in cages and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's me and my wife so uncomfortable being there that I don't even feel right. I would never go back. And that's why I would never step foot in the Gemini. Because the things that took place and stuff there, look, I don't know, what kind of, it's not even about paranormal stuff. It's just about the energy and kind of exploiting the tragedies there that took place just for my own entertainment.
I just think, I guess for me, like when it comes to the Gemini Lounge, I don't find it haunting. Like, I think we have to understand who those folks were and what they were doing. That was their job, right? To kill people. And it is weird, but like a place like Penhurst is just like, it's just like haunted. It's like creepy, right? I don't know if I find like the Gemini Lounge that creepy, but I don't know. The Penhurst thing, I wouldn't do. I don't like that kind of shit.
No, it's that was a really it was a terrible it was a terrible place to be. Just the way they reenacted it, like I said, and you walk through the real morgue, like that was, where tens of thousands of bodies went in and out of stuff. Like when we walked in there, I felt the cement slabs, and I said to my wife, "I'm like, this is really the morgue, isn't it?" She said, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
That's some creepy shit. I will say, and if anyone's been to this place, I think they could agree. Look, Philly's crazy. Obviously, it's a tough spot. One of the scariest places I've ever been to, and if you've ever been there, Pacific Avenue in Atlantic City, between Tropicana and like Caesars, is a haunting fucking place. Like, really, it's fucked. Like, all you see there is like hookers and and they're just, a lot of them are high and they're like pulling tricks, and like it's just a terrible place. Like, you see people that like, they look like they were your sister. It's like fucking sad. And I know Kensington's really sad and whatever, but Atlantic City, that area is rough. That's a rough place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that Atlantic City is really the hood. I mean, it's been like that for a long, long time. I mean, it's a dangerous place. I went there a long time ago with my daughter's mom, and somebody tried to rob us on the way home from a pizza joint.
Yeah.
And they do it slick. They ask you for the time. They ask you for change, so you reach into your pocket and pull your money out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And a lot of people don't even realize this guy's about to rob me. Like, look, there's 6 casinos down the street, kid. Go get change there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got to know what to look out for. If you're not street smart, they'll get you.
I've seen some things there that I didn't know that I'd ever see. Like there in Philly, I've seen people just standing on the street with fucking AR-15s, AK-47s, fucking Desert Eagle huge guns, just standing there. Nothing. Yeah, not the kind of people that you see at like a gun show or something. Like they're just chilling on the corner and they got fucking big guns. It's crazy.
Worst place for me, man. I got lost in West Baltimore at night.
Terrible place.
And let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yep. Never saw anything like it in New York or Philly. Never.
Yep.
I thought I was in a fucking war zone. I'm driving down an alley. I don't know where I am. And literally, you just hear a live machine gun fire. Like it's nothing.
There's a neighborhood in West called Middle East. Okay. And it's fucking like that. Like it's bad. Like like Freddie Gray, like that area where he got killed, Sandtown, terrible as well. I used to do I had some family members that did they would buy homes and fix them up and like give them to people that needed them and stuff. And they used to do it in West Philly in bad fucking areas. Baltimore is, I agree with you 100%. Terrible place.
Absolutely. Boardwalk guy says A-Light built Atlantic City. Listen, I just want to mention something real quick. I'm not going to get on a big thing. I'd like to talk about just some mob stuff. But anybody who, I accept people on Instagram and stuff. I just pretty much confirm anybody who requests now. I don't care. I used to be a lot more careful about it, but it gives people the ability to message you and stuff. And I just want to say something, okay? And I want to make this clear now, just because of things that might be coming up. I feel about John A-Light the way I've always felt about John A-Light. It's never going to change. I'm always going to call him out on his lies. I'm always going to call him out on his bullshit. Now, for quite a while now, I've gotten offers from people who are close to A-Light. Okay, some of them, they say they're close to A-Light. I don't know because, they're anonymous, whatever. But I have a hard time believing that these people are just making this shit up. I'm quite sure that they are, they know who he is. Now, I'm not talking about anybody any of you guys would think of off the top of your head, because even though I've spoken to, friends of his, I've never, really heard any of this from them. But I have gotten messages from people I'm pretty sure are close with him. And, I've been offered things to cut out, my public, shit talking, dismantling, whatever you want to call, of John A-Light, calling him out, basically. I've been offered help with the show. I've been offered, we'll get you 10,000 subscribers. We'll get you, we'll give you stories to talk about so you don't have to talk about, A-Light anymore, stuff like that. Listen, I stick by my word. There's nothing I would accept in return for standing by what I believe in. I believe A-Light is a bullshitter. I believe he's trying to rewrite history for the mafia, for Italians in general. Okay, and I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing. So if any of these people are listening, and I'm not talking about, like I said, I know people are going to jump to conclusions and think they know who I'm talking about. It's not the people you think, because it's not anybody. He wouldn't use anybody that's obviously that close to him, because I'd be able to call them out by name. But I know some of these people are not just random people asking me, to stop doing stuff. And I'm not going to accept anything. Okay, I don't want any gifts. I don't want any money. I don't want any help with my channel. My channel's doing fine on its own. And you know what? I'd let it fail before I would take help from that side. So don't bother messaging me. They do this slick thing, Jeff. I guess there's vanishing mode. Vanish mode or something. So they'll leave a voice clip rather than putting it in writing. You know what I mean? And then just it goes away once you hear it or see. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want you to record them.
Yeah. Obviously, or be able to use the text. You know what I mean? Be able to screenshot it or show it or anything like that. So
hey,
listen,
by the way,
maybe I'm wrong.
I see Wise Guy TV. Do you know that guy?
Yes, kinda. I mean, I know of him. Yeah.
I saw he was posting your videos. I didn't know if you knew him.
Yeah. I talked to him about it. It's all good. It's no problem.
I didn't know if you were affiliated with him or something.
No. He posted one of mine without telling me one day, and I kind of said on here, listen, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to ask first. Then he sent me a real long email. He was a gentleman, and I told him, don't even sweat it. I was just a little mad at first. You know what I mean? Nice. But anyway, just to end this thing off, and listen, I could be wrong. Maybe these people have nothing to do with John A-Light, and maybe they're just fucking with me, or they're acting on their own, or maybe they're just fans of his who want me to stop. But I have been offered things, all kinds of stupid shit, in order to get me to stop doing what I'm doing. And I want to let everybody know now, when it's something I believe in the way I believe in that, you're not going to get me to stop, okay? There's nothing I need badly enough.
Read Jason T's comment. That's pretty fun.
Give up my integrity. There just isn't. So you could stop trying because it's not going to happen. Where did it go? Son of a bitch. Hold on. I want to thank CWH, $10 super chat. Thank you. Great content, guys. I appreciate you. Jason T, where the hell is he? Let me find him.
He said A-Light will give you 5% of his baseball bat action and 30 no-shows.
30 no-shows.
It's a lot of no-show jobs. This guy says,
No,
I think I saw Elite baseball bats at Home Goods for $5.
that's funny. And no, I don't want anybody, because people take everything I say the wrong way and then they run with it. I'm not saying A-Light himself tried to contact me. I've never spoken to him ever in my life. So, and I'll even say, that because I would never lie to you guys. So he never contacted me asking me to do anything. I'm just telling you that, there is people that make, and you know what? I heard another channel say that I believe they got an offer. I'm not going to say which channel it was, but I think they got an email where they were offered money to lay off A-Light. So, like I said, I could be wrong. It could just be people fucking with me, or it could be fans of his that just want me to stop. But I have a feeling it's coming from his side. And again, if that's the case, don't bother. Please don't message me. I don't want to hear it, and nothing is going to change. What I do. I have integrity and I'm sticking by what I believe in. So that's it for that.
Makes sense.
Fat, beady-eyed, and I'm sure you're not surprised that I've gotten things like this, Jeff.
No, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, so what I am surprised by is I didn't get any threats. I will say that. No threats of any kind. That actually shocked me.
I will say this. I will put this out there. If John A-Light sends me 10 G's, I won't say another word about him.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll still say, I'll still talk shit about him, but you're more than welcome.
I will never say his name again negatively.
All right, well, you're more than welcome to give me some of that, and I'll continue talking shit. Okay. Fat, beady-eyed wingnat. Tell A-Light to give you some of his $35 million, bro. Yeah, I don't think A-Light has any of that left, to be honest.
I wanted to comment on this comment. Jeff, do you know anything about the 10th and Oregon gang from 10th and Oregon? I've been asked about the 10th and O group. I'm not going to comment. I lived in that neighborhood for years. I hang out a block away from 10th and Oregon. That's kind of my hangout area. Those guys are still active. They're moving around. They do things. Just know they do things. You can look it up for yourself. I don't want to not talk about them, but I don't want to get caught in the streets saying something stupid, So I just kind of stay away from stuff that's close to me,
Yeah, that's your best bet. 10th and who? Hold on. 10th and Oregon, he said, right?
Yeah, 10th and Oregon, yep.
Shit.
Jimmy
Flandra, Bath Avenue story. Hello, my friend. Glad to see you. Tell A-Light I said he's a punk. Well, I'll never speak to him, but I'll tell him here, you're a punk, A-Light, and Jimmy Clandra said so, and I agree with him.
Let me ask you, so I'm a gambler, right? And I think him and Jimmy fighting would be electric.
Oh, my God, I know.
Be honest, I put Jimmy as a favorite.
Absolutely. Jimmy would tear his fucking head off. I guarantee it. And, that's why when Jimmy A-Light said, he just won't fight him because there's no money in it. I'll tell you what, I'll put my money up right now. And I'm sure you would. And I'm sure most of the subscribers and Jimmy Clandra's thousands and thousands of subscribers, we would all pay for that fight. So don't say there would be no money in it, because there absolutely would be.
Angel Gotti says, tell him I said he's a punk too. I agree.
I just saw that, Angel. Yeah, we all agree. There's no doubt.
Well, listen, Jimmy. If Jimmy wants to fight somebody, I can get it. I can try to make it happen. I know a place that will do it.
Well, he does too. I think he's sort of linked up with that Art of War cage fighting. I could be wrong, but Angel said I would. Let's see. Styling and Puffin says Jimmy kills him in the first round. Fat, beady-eyed wingnat. I'll bet $50K on Calandra.
Damn.
Yeah. Jimmy C would blow A-Light up in the first round.
How big is he compared to John? Like height-wise and stuff.
Code of the Streets, FBA. Hold on one sec, Jeff. FBA has your FBSPA has your back, and stay strong. You're doing good, and God bless. Thank you, Code of the Streets. God bless you too. Yeah, Angel says first round. Size-wise, I don't know. That's a good question. Jimmy should fill us in. I think from what we could tell, John A-Light is anywhere between 5'5" and 5'8".
Really? He's that small? Wow. I thought he was like 6 foot.
A lot of people say 5'5", 5'6". I think he says he's 5'8". He's a big dude, but he's short. But Jimmy, I don't know. I think Jimmy's somewhere in the 5'10" area. I feel like I heard him say that maybe. And
Jimmy, you got to take care of him, dude.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You'd be my hero. Angela, I second that. Tell A-Right he is a punk. M. Coop, Calandra would win, I think, too. Cuban B, Jimmy would twist him up.
Does anyone think A-Light can win?
I don't think so. Art Kunkel followed MMA forever. I could tell right now it wouldn't be a competition.
Yes, Jimmy's taller. I think they're probably the similar body type.
This confuses me, JC, because that's already done. I believe he already did, right?
Yeah, that works already.
Yeah.
Or at least
Angela said, tell A-Rat, I'll fight him, LOL, punk. Julia Chris says, shout out Sonny Money. Brendan Walsh, I'm sorry, bro, I'll take 10K on Jimmy. Mickey Griggs, we already read that one. SJR Boston, the A-Lights are all talk. See, Jimmy, see what the conversation you sparked? I appreciate you. I'm glad you did that. Davidson says, bet your house on A-Light to win the home run derby. Well, he was
he's a big-time baseball player.
Yeah, of course. SJR Boston says, I'll fight him. Art Kunkel says, A-Light is old and tiny and has no ground game. That's another thing. I think there's about, 8-9 years age difference there.
Is it boxing or MMA?
Jimmy said MMA.
Oh, yeah.
M. Coop says 5'7" for A-Light. Dada 8800, take that 10 G's and bet on Calandra. Fat Beady-Eyed Wingnut says A-Light is like 5'3". I've heard that too. I'll tell you one thing. Any picture he's in, the other people in the picture just dwarf him. You know what I mean? He's always the smallest guy in the picture. So he's got to be short. Now, I'm not real tall. I'm like a little over 5'9". So, but I feel like he's shorter than me.
Well, Gene is way taller than him. Gene's like 6'2", I think.
Yeah, Gene's a big guy. JC and McCallie, if A-Light thought he could beat Calandra, he would accept the offer, period. JC, you're exactly right. That's the only reason he didn't accept the offer is because he knows Jimmy will really fight him.
I love how he says, like, he's not doing it because Jimmy's not big enough for him. It's like, so you're big? Like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, I know, right? It's a ridiculous thing. Fat Beady-Eyed Wingnut, A-Light is a manlet. Oh, that's funny. A-Light is shorter. Davidson says A-Light is shorter than Joe Pesci and Danny DeVito.
He ain't that short.
No. Bubblegum Gangster, A-Light is minus 5'4". He fits in a suitcase. I'm all the way up at the top. Let me go back down towards the bottom. I hope I didn't miss a lot of you guys. FBS. Wait a minute. What? FBS is 5'9", 280 pounds husky. Me? How dare you? I'm under 200, goddammit. I'm fat.
I don't think he's
not that. No. No, if I hit 280, guys, I won't be able to get out of this chair. I'm too short to be 280. Trust me when I tell you. Mikey Figs, Jimmy C would wipe the floor with them. Absolutely, Mikey. A-Light is a dopey. Let's see. Hold on. Well, Felix and Gene are both the 6 foot. Felix is over 6 foot too, or he's both over 6 foot. Gene is 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. All right. So let's see.
Elite's 302s are taller than him.
Well, they're taller than everyone. Timothy Shandon. So what is the FBS crew consensus on Michael Franzese? I already gave mine. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a brilliant businessman. He was really in the mob, regardless of how he got into the mob. He was a captain. He was an important guy. He made a lot of money. And that's pretty much all I have to say about Michael. I don't know about you, Jeff.
Yeah, listen, he's arguably one of the better earners ever. He made a ton of money. He got in through his father. A lot of people got in the mob through their father. We know a few of them, obviously. Do I think he's a rat? Yeah, I do. I mean, he can try to dance around the fact that he's not, but he did do some informing. But yeah, I think his stories are interesting. I think he's running out of content because he doesn't want to talk about. He wasn't a guy that did anything violent, so he doesn't really have those kind of stories. But you can only tell that gas tax story a few times. He's definitely
You can come.
He's interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think he's he's definitely a rat for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Oh yeah, if that's the question, absolutely. Shanna, she was trying to get in. I think
Mikey Figs, that's just untrue. It's just not true. Mikey Figs says Michael Franzese never ratted. He took a plea deal. Incorrect. He did take a plea deal. You're right. But he also cooperated against a guy, Norby Walters. You can look it up. He
testified against them. He put him in jail. Yeah, absolutely. And,
he also gave the names of mob members. He's a rat. We can try to sugarcoat it, but if you're going to be someone that knocks on Gravano or A-Light, look, are they the level of him? Those guys, no, but he's a rat.
How could anybody deny it? Michael Franzese himself says that he cooperated. Yeah. I mean, it's a fact. There's no doubt that he's a rat.
Correct.
Fat bald Sicilian, fat beady-eyed wingnet says, didn't John A. jump into the sewer water when he got attacked by his own Albanians at a bar? Absolutely, he did. Yeah, he jumped right in, and he hid until his sons came to get him. Absolutely, and then he put them in.
Constantino says he doesn't talk about things that can't put him away. First of all, the only thing that can't put him away, the statute of limitations is passed on all of them. He didn't do anything violent. Listen, guys, you got to remember, he wasn't a violent guy. He was an earner. He'll tell you that. He was a yuppie. Everybody knows that.
Yep. Hold on.
Mikey Figs, you seem like a simp for Michael Franzese, I think. I don't think you want to believe it. But
JC McCallie, $5 super chat. Thank you. How tall are you, Private A-Light? A-Light, 5'11", in my platform boots, sir. Ermi, 5'11". I didn't think they stacked 302s that high. That's good, JC. Yeah, this stuff is there's no doubt. There's no argument about whether
listen, anyone that comes to me and says they think Franzese was a violent guy, they don't know anything. It's just not factual. Was his dad? No. Of course he is. His dad was, for sure. His dad was probably the biggest stand-up guy ever. But the sons, I mean, the younger son's the worst. I mean, he's a complete rat. Michael, not as big a rat, but he's definitely one.
Yeah. John Stahlberg, New York City or New York crime spot is like Mooney, but more history, and he walks more. He's from Queens, Mooney, Long Island. Yeah, I agree. I love NYC crime spot. Good channel. This says A-Light looks like he's 5'6", guesstimate. Yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't know. M. Coop, that A-Light story is 1,000% true. I know the kids. Which story? The Sugar Daddy story? I think that's what he's talking about, Jeff?
Yeah, I think the one where he jumps into the bay or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Let me see something.
I saw Larry Mazza was doing an interview the other day. Did you see that?
Who? Larry Mazza?
Yeah, he did an interview with Bobby Luisi.
Yeah, no, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, he did an interview with him.
Oh wow. Brendan Bell, there's a bunch of pictures on Google of Calandra next to A-Light, and Jimmy only looks about 1 to 2 inch max taller than A-Light. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming, probably. I would think, I don't know, but I would think A-Light is around 5'8", and Jimmy's probably around 5'10", 5'11", something like that. So, yeah, that makes sense. Is this true? JC and McCallie, Larry Mazza is going to do a weekly show with Gunnar Lindblom starting tomorrow.
I asked Larry Mazza to speak, and he told me he couldn't do it.
What, on your podcast?
Yeah, he told me he was like
Well,
in a contract where he couldn't do anything.
yeah. Yeah, well, I think there's been some talk that he's involved in some projects or something. He doesn't want to do the
Yeah, listen, I will say this.
a lot of interviews and stuff.
Some of these YouTube people, man, they just don't seem to understand what cooperation is. You know, it doesn't matter if you're telling one person or 50. It's the same thing. This like validating these people because you don't think it's as bad. It's still he still did it, you know, and we got to stop trying to regulate it. It's ratting either way, 1 or 50.
Yeah. Mikey Figs, they call A-Light the sheriff in Woodhaven. Yeah, according to him. Nobody from Woodhaven seems to know that except him.
The sheriff.
Wait,
Look what Angel says. No one ever called him the sheriff.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, and Mikey Figs, no one ever called him the sheriff. I'm pretty sure you could take it from her. JC and McCallie, but now they're going to do something weekly. It's going to be a sports betting show. Larry does picks
Jesus
and other
Christ.
stuff. What do you think about that, Jeff? That's your wheelhouse.
It's like when John A-Light sold. You know, John A-Light was in that business as well, right? He has a sports betting pick site.
Does he really?
Yeah. But no, the fact that Larry Mazza is doing that with Gunner, yikes.
Yeah, that's odd. Mikey Figs, that's what he told the black guy. Yeah, I saw that. Trevor McDonald. Another documentary that was would have been fantastic, but was ruined by A-Light's appearance in it. Yeah, I remember seeing that when they were walking through Woodhaven, and he had it staged so the guy would walk up to him and say hi and talk about what a big badass he was in Woodhaven. Like, that wasn't staged. You saw that, right, Jeff?
Yeah, that was actually a great interview. Like, I actually really like listening to this Mikey Scars talk, and like
Me too.
I always thought Ron Previty was pretty interesting as well, but like fucking that idiot, it's like the worst.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's the only thing that messed it up. But yeah, that was totally staged when that dude came up to him, that old friend or whatever, and started bragging about A-Light. Like, come on, you'd think we don't see that shit?
He was like a lawyer, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yep. I'm not sure what Angel means. Or Angela, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what she means. MB Coop. FBS, you told me you heard the story of Sonny bawling out Sinatra at the Copa. That's another great story. Yeah, absolutely. It's a classic. That and of course, Sinatra is he has a way of getting himself into those things. Sinatra's a guy that always wanted to be around made guys. That's what he wanted to do. He always wanted to be around gangsters. There's a lot of stories out there about him, even transporting money on planes and stuff for certain guys.
Remember when he spurned Gotti and Joe Watts? They sent Joe Watts after him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I love Sinatra personally, but yeah, he was a guy that he liked trouble and he liked to be around mob guys, especially made guys. That's what that's the company he preferred.
C. Ryder says, is Ori Spotto another con man? No, I don't think Ori Spotto is a con man. He definitely had affiliations. I mean, he was named in an indictment with Sonny Franzese. I definitely think he knew him. Michael claims that he didn't know him, but I don't think Michael knew who his father knew. Totally everybody. So, yeah, no, Ori Spotto is definitely. Look, is he a mob guy? I don't know about that, but he definitely moved around and knew people.
It's so funny when when he goes off about Mikey Franzese and that Vlad
That
TV
one
interview.
interview was hilarious. The Vlad
Oh,
TV interview.
it
You
was
think
a
I'm
trip.
going to take from Michael fucking Franzese? Not fucking likely. He like got real pissed off.
Yeah. Brendan Bell, if Franzese didn't rat, why did he move across the country and would never
Exactly.
step in New York? Wouldn't even go to his own father's funeral 40 years later. Equals ratted. Absolutely, Brandon. I mean, that's enough right there to tell you. You know, and he's even said that. He even said that he didn't go to his father's funeral and stuff because of the trouble it might cause. I mean, like, people don't pay attention. It's so weird how people pick and choose who they want to, use that word against or accuse of that. Like, certain things are just facts. I mean, I don't know. You know, because you'll hear the same people say the same people that say Mikey Franzese didn't rat will tell you that John Gotti Jr. did. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody has their own criteria. The bar is set different for everyone.
Ori definitely, look, again, I'm not going to say he's a mob guy, but he definitely knew Franzese. He was in indictments with him. You know, some of these guys in here are just big simps for Michael Franzese. It's pretty simple.
There's a lot of them, man. I mean, look at his fucking following. What does he have? Like,
this Mikey Figs guy loves Michael Franzese. It's like he's like, Carlo Gambino or something. It's like, give me a break.
Does he really? I guess everybody's got favorites. I don't know.
He's your favorite? I mean, all right. But
not mine.
Also, the Suge Knight story is not true. That never happened.
Yeah, I know.
John Franzese was tough, but Suge was in prison at that time. It never happened.
Yeah. I just tuned in. Am I still in timeout? I don't know, Ron. You're kind of a dick. We'll see, though. I mean, yeah, Ron's always got some bullshit to say. You know what I mean? Very, very negative, angry guy. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm not mad at you. I don't hold
Ron
grudges.
Gross, thank you.
Did he say thank you? See, at least that was funny. Like, at least when you do funny shit.
Another problem I have with Michael is this. I don't know. It's this like Christian thing he does. It's like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's like, all right, but like you're profiting off your crimes, dude. Like, I don't know. Either put that in your pants or don't. You know.
Yeah, that's something I always say when talking about Michael. That's the only thing I'll say is that, all these guys are con men. You have to understand that they have it built in them. Even if they're not currently con men, it's built in them. It's built in me, too. I mean, it's built in anybody.
Real quick, you know that Michael he's adopted. You know that, right? He pretty much admitted that they never had he doesn't know if Sonny was either his father.
Yeah, I've heard him say he doesn't know. I've never heard him confirm it. So I don't know.
Say this, and I mean it. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. If you look at Michael, he honestly looks like Marilyn Monroe. Like, I mean it. I'm not kidding. Look at them next to each other. I'm not kidding.
I never made the comparison. I'll have to
I could see it.
I'll have to do a side by side and
I don't know. I feel like he kind of does. But...
Well, so that would be.
Here's a quick question: what if Marilyn Monroe and Johnny Russo?
You fucking took my. I was gonna say, what did Marilyn Monroe birth Michael Franzese with Sonny before or after she took Gianni Russo's virginity?
Exactly.
Oh shit. I love how we just trail off onto other shit. Brandon Bell, all I will say about Franzese is that of a bad lot. He's one of the more decent of the bunch, actually partially respectable. I will agree there.
He definitely is. And
he's just a businessman now. But like I said, the only thing I always bring up is the religion thing. I don't buy it. I don't buy that he's a born-again Christian. This was a hustle. Everybody knows if you want to make a ton of money, just figure out how to get into a religion. Figure out how to get religious people to follow you. And it will work. And it works for cult leaders. It works for all kinds of people. Look at people like Joel Osteen. Okay, so when you take a guy like Michael Franzese, he's got, Lou Ferrante did the thing a long time ago too at the churches. Like I said, I looked it up. Michael Franzese gets a minimum of $5,000 every time he goes to speak at a church, and that's probably why he doesn't do it as much anymore. Because $5,000 is nothing.
this simp Neil, who this guy was just saying that Michael doesn't talk about all the things he did because he was a tough guy. Then he just goes, he never claims to be a tough guy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not a tough guy. That's what we're saying. He was a money guy. That's it. Everyone knows that. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't do anything bad. He was a money guy. Everybody
He
knows.
does. He doesn't want to come right out and say he doesn't do anything, or he didn't do anything bad. Though, if you notice, like in the one interview, he said, "Look, I did what I had to do. Okay, I didn't always want to, but I did what I had to do." And you're like,
10,000. He never even got in a fist fight.
"Oh yeah, I agree." Well, who the fuck would fight him? Look who his father was.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Brandon Bell, A-Light said in his Mob Museum interview that he was 5'7" and 5'8".
Someone asked
with
that?
shoes. Oh. Well, then I can't really make fun of A-Light because I'm not much taller. So I'm a short guy myself. So I don't know what to say. I mean, to me, in some of those pictures, he looks like he's about 5'5". I mean, he looks really tiny.
Who would ask him that? It's kind of a weird question. Hey, John, how tall are you?
He probably told them to ask. He's probably like, look, people are saying I'm 5'3". I want to set the record straight. So if he said he's 5'8", then he probably is 5'3". Because, you know, everything's a lie.
Yes.
Why am I echoing?
Not sure.
Do you hear it, Jeff?
No.
Son of a... Better stop. Tommy Agro's here. Look, hey, Tommy, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I don't fuck with that dude anymore.
How's Joe Dogs? Why?
I don't want to bring it up. He was in someone else's channel being a dick.
You know,
He's got
I
to apologize to me, Tommy.
Huh?
He's got to apologize to me.
Well, I don't know what he said about you, but I will tell you there is plenty of people that I see in my chat room playing buddy with me who are in the other guy's chat room the next day talking shit about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I don't care about him, what he says. You know, if you want to be fake, that's cool. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, it happens. What people do.
yeah, I see a lot of people do it. I saw a girl doing it the other day. She was 1 minute and she's in my chat talking shit about him, saying nice things to me. 2 minutes later, she's in his chat talking shit about me, saying nice things to him. Jimmy Calandra, Bath Avenue Story, says, A-Light lets everyone else fight his battles. He lets everyone do his dirty work. He has no heart. He's a coward. The real gangsters I knew growing up didn't act like gangsters. There you go. And there's no doubt that Jimmy spent, you know, a lot of years around those guys.
There's a video that was put out the other day about Bath Avenue that was one of the most pathetic videos I've ever seen on this subject. It truly pathetic. I mean,
which one was it?
I'm not going to talk about who did it. We know who did it. It was a ridiculous interview, and we talked about it the other night about fucking Chris Pacquiello. Just pathetic interview. It was not true. I've said before, and I'll say it again, the Bath Avenue Crew is one of the most dangerous farm teams in the history of the mob. And if you don't believe it, you don't know much about them. Paul Galino, Tommy Reynolds, Fabrizio Di Franzese, all very tough guys. There's a reason Spiro trusted them. There's a reason Spiro worked with them. They were guys who were making, and Jimmy as well. They were making money. They were doing scores. They were robbing banks. They were doing stuff that they needed to do to earn. And if you don't know that, Chris Pacquiello wasn't even in fucking Bath Avenue. He wasn't even in the group. He was in another group. I mean, it's nonsense.
I didn't know the video you were talking. I thought you meant somebody, some new person or something. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it aggravates me. And I addressed a certain thing last night about that on the show that you didn't get to make it on to. You know, and the funny thing is about, you know, why a person like that should know everything about the Bath Avenue Crew they need to know not to make those kind of mistakes is you got Jimmy right here telling us all the time. You know what I mean? Not only can you look it up and research the Bath Avenue Crew, but we hear Jimmy's stories. I mean, let's face it, we all watch each other's shows and shit. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know how you can make those mistakes, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. There was, by the way, one story that Michael tells. I think I told you about this. Did you hear that Tony Salerno story he told?
I don't probably, but I don't remember.
That's a pretty good story. He does tell good stories. I'll give him that. friends.
Yeah. Mob Snob at Jimmy C. This is for you, Jimmy Calandra. When you were friends with A-Light, was he telling you these outrageous lies? I don't know. It's up to Jimmy if he wants to answer. I personally would assume he was always telling outrageous lies.
I'm also when I know Jimmy's here. I wanted to say it. I'm blown away that the Bath Avenue crew has not had a film made about them. Like, I
It's
think it would
unbelievable.
be terrific. I don't know what we were actually thinking the other night, Jimmy, who would play you in a movie. We were trying to think about it.
And you got me a copyright claim.
Did I?
Yeah, sure enough. The next day for Boardwalk
what?
Empire, you fucker.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I won't do
It's
that
right.
again.
It didn't count as a strike. It just took my monetization away.
No,
So-
I just said Stephen Graham or that guy from Entourage, Turtle, that character. But I think it'd be awesome, that movie.
Let's see. Tommy Agro says Chris Pacello, Tommy Reynolds. None of them carried scissors around in their pockets. Weak.
He's just saying that he's saying Tommy Agro saying he was tougher than those guys.
Oh well, hey.
No one denies that. No one denies that, dude. I always get a kick out of some of these commenters that call people fanooks. I always get a kick out of that. This guy called
I think
a fanook. It's funny.
Well, yeah, it's funny to call anybody that, honestly. But Mob Rat.
It's funny.
What did he say?
He called Elite that. It was funny.
A fanook. Well, there's some talk about the possibility of that. I don't know. Edward Everett, Hollywood is not ready for that yet, Jeff. They don't see a market with my movies right now. Hollywood rolls in cycles.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, with mob? Did he need to say mob movies?
Yeah, I think I don't think that. I mean, at least to me, I don't think that's true. But I know there's some films that are in production.
Well, with all the stuff going on just on YouTube, between Mike Franzese, Sammy the Bull, even I hate to say it, A-Light, Jimmy Calandra, of course. You're talking about a million or so people. You know what I mean? That are that are obsessed with this stuff right there. Not to mention all the other people who aren't on here. I mean, the mob movies will always do well. I understand Hollywood might not be in that groove right now, but mob movies are always going to do well.
Read Chingiganti's comment.
Peter Dinklage can play Johnny Light. Oh shit, that's fucking great.
That's really fucking funny.
Good job.
By the way, Mob Snob says Jimmy C looks like Jimmy Whispers from Bronx Tale. You've seen that character, right? Jimmy Whispers.
On Bronx Tale, yeah, of course.
His name's Clem Caserta. Look that guy up and tell me he doesn't look like every mob guy you've ever thought of, right? Like, that guy is a quintessential mob guy. That guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved his character in that too. I caught beatings and gave beatings, but in the street, it's not how tough you are with your hands. It's all about respect and loyalty.
Yeah, not according to A-Light.
Yeah, well, nothing according to A-Light makes any goddamn sense. So, yeah, man, Jimmy's right though. That's the truth. Who's he talking about? Mob Snob. He looks identical to him now, not then. Who's he talking about, Jeff?
I'm not sure.
What the fuck?
Settle down, Big Golfer.
Wise Guy TV, that's a fact. Respect and loyalty will carry you further than being a tough guy. No doubt about it.
Mob Snob says Jimmy Whispers looks just like Jimmy Calandra. I don't see that at all. I mean, unless we're thinking about a different guy.
Let me see, because let me see. I don't remember.
You're talking about Clem Caserta? I don't know if I see it. I guess maybe older now, maybe.
He's a hell of a lot heavier and older looking. I mean, I guess I don't know.
That guy's a stone cold mob actor, man. He looks like every mob actor, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, my favorite mob actor. I mean, not as far as there'll always be Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and James Gandolfini. But I'll tell you, as far as being typecast, who I
Frank
love,
Vincent?
well, yeah, but Tony Sirico.
Oh yeah, both good.
I loved, and he lived a couple of blocks from my aunt and uncle in Bensonhurst. I think he still does, to be honest. I don't think he ever left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That wouldn't surprise me.
he's on point. I mean, you can't go wrong putting him in a mob movie.
I'm watching the show over for like the 50th time. Phil Leotardo is a fucking legendary character in that show.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he
agree.
has some fucking great scenes, man. Some of the shit he says, it's hilarious.
Yeah. He's when he gives the speech about his name.
Oh, it's the best. That might be the one of the best scenes in the show is at the end of the 6th season, the first part of it, where he talks about, boy, I'd like to do it over, and he's like, I did 20 years for like the fucking likes of Rusty Millio and, boy, no more, and they play the music going out. Oh, that fucking scene is awesome. So good.
Yeah. This one of the scenes one of the scenes I love the most in The Sopranos is when Silvio is sitting there. I can't remember who he's sitting with in the restaurant. It reminds me of the kind of like the scene that they say, or the event that took place on Halloween night of 1990.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When the guy comes into they're sitting there. Silvio's talking. They're talking about I forget if they're talking about wine or what it is they're talking about. And you just see
that guy Jerry, I think, Torchiano.
Yeah. And you just see the blood hit Silvio's face. And that's realistic too, because a lot of movies you don't see that, because the fact is, depending on the caliber of the gun, you'll, like say a person gets hit and they get killed, on the spot, they'll never hear the sound. The bullet travels faster than the sound. You know what I mean? So to see that the blood hit Silvio's face in slow motion and then you hear the gunshot, I thought that scene was amazing.
Let me tell you though, when speaking of killing people in Sopranos, what was a bad scene though, like kill wise? And I don't want to say any spoilers. If you've never seen the show, you might want to not listen. But in season, what was it, 4, I believe, when Vito kills Jackie Jr. Terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, there was some. I was telling my wife about that tonight because I was in jail when that was on, and I remember I called my mom the next day, and she was telling me about that episode, and she said there was a little backlash because it was like killing a kid on the show basically because Jackie was so young.
Yeah, he was super young in the show. He was like 18, 19.
Yeah, that scene was kind of shitty though. He just came up behind him, put the 22 behind his head.
And if you see him, like, it's just a totally fucked up scene because like the blood's like already on the snow before he hits it. It's weird. It's just not good.
Yeah, I guess they could have done that one better. Give me a second. I gotta fuck with this fan. All right.
What else do we have here? Larry Mazza said Scarpa used to hold him all night long. Stop.
Larry Mazza said Scarpa. Jesus Christ. I watched The Sopranos more than 50 times. Yeah, man.
I probably have too, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's also a pretty funny scene. That one of the commenters talking about. Remember when Jackie dies and they go to his funeral and Tony goes into like Artie's restaurant and Junior's sitting there eating and he goes, "Kid was always a dumb fuck though, wasn't he? He was drowning like 3 inches of water." And Tony goes, "The penguin exhibit. Jack always tried to pawn Jackie's problems off in a learning disorder, but stupidity would be a learning disorder, wouldn't it?"
That's so fucked up. Richie Aprile was the greatest antagonizer. Yeah.
He's also a good character. Very
absolutely.
Funny. Thank you, Kevin Mack. Appreciate that, man. Very kind. Thank you.
What, Jeff? I know it's off topic, but I wanted to say congrats on the weight loss. Yeah, how much weight did you lose? I don't know if did you ever speak about that on here with me?
I don't know. 120. 120. Yeah, I was
Damn.
340. And I'm actually it's actually more than 120 now. I'm down to 217. So yeah, it was about a year. It took 16 months, 15, 16 months. But I'm still working at it, you know. I still work out every day. I still do cardio. I still lift. Um, yeah, I was out sweating today outside. So
Where do you go? Is there a specific gym you go to?
never been to a gym in my life.
Oh,
I run outside, do push-ups, that kind of stuff. Very easy.
yeah. Mike Fleming, good point. Thank you. Everyone hit that like button.
Yes, agreed. Agreed. Hit the
Please
like
do.
button. And listen, I want to say too, these shows Sicilian does, hit the like button, share them with your friends, tell people about the channel, send super chats. Listen, if you want good content, I've always made this clear. People bitch and whine when shows go away, but they don't support them. You got to support shows. People can't do this shit for free. Sometimes you got to get a guest, you got to pay them to come on or something like that. Send in super chats. Take care of the people that are doing this content.
Yeah, I'm actually, thank you for saying that because God forbid I mention super chats and all of a sudden I'm begging.
Listen,
Ridiculous.
nobody works for free. Okay.
But I'll tell you what, though, this is no bullshit. I don't look too much at my analytics. I'm not big on that. I'm just kind of doing this. And, I figure if you do it for the love of it, the money will come. You know what I mean? But last night I thought, hey, let me look and really see because obviously money is, a bit of a concern right now. So I looked. Out of the money I made in August, okay, let me think of the percentage. This is no bullshit. About 7% was from monetization, like from ads, from ad revenue. The rest was super chats and stuff. I had no idea how important they were before. They are, though. Because like the other stuff is called transactional revenue, which is like, super chats, super stickers, stuff like that. So yeah, it really is crazy. I never believed people when they said you don't make money off ads, but you don't. And I'll tell you another thing that happens. My videos, and you can watch tonight, soon as we get off, you can't tell if it's monetized, I guess. I'll monetize this the minute we get off, or I'll try to. It'll go in yellow. It'll say limited ad suitability, which means it's not fully monetized.
Yeah.
Then once I get to about 2,000, 3,000 views, which is what I top out at a lot of the time, I'll get an email, oh, your video is suitable for all advertisers. Too late.
Yeah.
Got all the views already. You know what I mean? Thanks anyway. But so by the time my videos get monetized, everybody watched them.
Right. Yeah, no, that sucks for sure. I agree with that.
But yeah, guys, please do that because I'm not good with asking people to hit the like button. I always forget that. But yeah, please hit the like button on these videos.
You want to see what I look like before I was when I was huge?
Absolutely. Wise Guy TV $4.99. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out FBS for putting in work for the people. Thank you, man. Thank you for saying that.
Don't laugh too hard, all right?
I appreciate it.
Don't laugh.
Yeah. All right, everybody ready? Drum roll.
I don't care if you laugh.
No fucking way.
Yeah, that's me.
Holy shit. You look like you ate A-Light.
I know.
Oh, my God.
That was me.
Well, yeah, then congratulations. I second that. Congratulations, because holy shit, man. I worked my ass off last summer to lose 20 pounds. That's wow.
But once you start doing it, you start seeing results. In the first 3 months, I lost like 50 pounds, 60 pounds. It was, once you start seeing results, it just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's commendable, man. I got to give it to you. Holy shit, that's dedication.
Thank you.
How much better do you feel physically?
Incredible, man. I feel so good every day. I wake up, and you know what's good? You know what the best thing about doing work every day and working out, losing weight? Sleep is great. You sleep good. You feel good. You wake up. You have energy. You can go out and do things. You don't feel like you have to stay home all the time. It's great.
Yeah, I bet, man. I bet. Michael Smith, $1.99. Thank you for the super chat, Michael. Shout out to Aleto. Just kidding. Yeah, Look, man, my issue is, obviously I got some heart issues and stuff. And I know what it was like, before I had this surgery that took away some of they're called PVCs, what I was having. And I felt like a brand new person. And I was ready to, start going to the gym. And I did it last summer. And I was laid off from my job because of COVID. So between that job and finding a new one, I was going to the gym every day. I'd say 5-6 days a week at least.
Yep.
And like I said, I only lost about 20 pounds, but I didn't change my diet. You know what I mean? I changed it very little, not enough. I would eat good for breakfast, good for lunch. Dinner, I would still eat, trash basically. But even losing 20 pounds, I felt better. I got blood work done. My blood work results were a lot better. I mean, it's just amazing what weight loss can do, man.
I will say, but the way I lost weight, it's really not that bad. I ate actually decently. I just, stopped eating late at night and limited the amount of times I was eating. But it's not easy, but once you do it, you feel fine.
Yeah. Bad Golfer says no stopping breathing while sleeping. I'm assuming he's talking to you.
Yeah, I don't think that ever happened. I just along the lines of I feel every night I go to bed now, I feel accomplished because I truly work out hard, Sicilian. How hot it was today. It was 95 today.
Yeah.
I wore a full sweatsuit with a sweatshirt underneath. I go out and fucking work, man. I'm sweating from head to toe. And I work, I'm doing 250 push-ups a day now. I'm running a mile every day. It's not easy, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel good. You feel accomplished.
Got to be careful in that weather too, running like that, man.
I think I'm good now just with my tolerance, but yeah, I tried to. I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, you have to. NYC Crime Spot 199. Thank you. I appreciate that. Congrats on the weight loss. Great hair tonight. And yeah, like I said it before. Everybody check out this guy's channel, NYC Crime Spot. He's got a good mob channel on there. Really good content. There's somebody I wanted to answer. Oh, mind someone else's business. FPS, do you take baby aspirin once a day? Yes, I do. Absolutely. 81 milligrams.
Is that good for your heart?
Yeah, absolutely. It thins your blood to an extent. So, it's always good to have chewable aspirin on hand because especially if you're at risk for a heart attack or a stroke, and a lot of people are who don't think they are, and chewable aspirin will save your life. The baby aspirin will in general, but they told me chewable aspirin, if you start to get chest pains or something, it gets into your bloodstream quicker. But yeah, I got, I forget what it's called exactly when they go real deep inside and look around. They said that the plaque I had wasn't terrible. So they said I don't really have to take the baby aspirin anymore if I don't want to, but I'm doing it anyway because it can hurt and it could be a lifesaver.
Neil Costatino says, I fuck you where you breathe. I want movie and actor. Johnny Boy Mean Streets. Come on.
Oh.
We need it tougher than that.
Tommy Agro, $5. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. One of the most famous early self-help books was Do What You Love and the Money Will Follow. Absolutely, man. That's why I'm trying to just focus on, trying to put out the good content, and I hope money comes along with it. Obviously, anybody would, and anybody who says they wouldn't is a fucking liar. If you start a YouTube channel, you're gonna need if you're putting real time into it and stuff, these super chats and stuff like that.
So, Tommy, you're saying that your Do What You Love was killing people, right? Tommy?
Yeah, and Tommy, you're waiting for him to answer. Yeah, considering Tommy Agro's body of work, yeah, he might have taken that. He might have taken that. Yeah, literally, he might have taken that book, the title of that book, a little too far. He might have took it and ran with it. Poor Joe Dogs. Not to mention Tommy D. Simone and the others.
Shout out to Tommy D. Oh no!
Yeah, I know. Oh, Did you ever listen to the tape of Tommy Agro when he was telling Joe Dogs I would have killed you if that lady didn't walk in the door and all that stuff.
I haven't. No, I'd love to hear
Oh,
that. Though.
listen, one of the best wiretap tapes ever. And Joe Dogs is such a funny character because if you really watch him when he talks,
I got to show you something real quick. Let me come back. I got to show you something on that subject. Hold on.
how dare you interrupt me? Kevin Mack says you have a lot more energy. I lost 50 pounds a few years ago. My energy level went up. I still walk a lot and shoot hoops just to get in cardio. I didn't go to a gym either, Jeff. See that, Jeff?
No, you don't need to. You need to check this book out. This is a great book.
I have it.
You do? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's some great stuff in there. It's great. One of my favorite mob books.
Yeah, absolutely. You ever hear the Fritzy one?
Yes. I was just reading about that the other day. There's some really good ones. I always love reading. One of my favorite wiretap people are Tony Ducks Corallo and Salerno. Because Tony Salerno, everybody was a cocksucker to him. That fucking cocksucking motherfucker, that fucking rat, he just really funny. I love
Tony Ducks Corallo, too, the way they bugged him, with the way they finally got the bug in that Jaguar and all that.
In the car, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Talk about sitting on somebody long enough till you get the right opportunity.
Yeah.
And that was the same thing, right? That was a holiday. He sent his guys home for the night.
Yep.
The guys that usually watch the Jaguar. Yeah.
I think you're right, yeah. They have a great wiretap with Tony Corallo where he's talking about how you can't sell drugs. You got to be on the street, and I don't want anyone selling that cocksucking shit. That's a great wiretap. Great wiretap.
Those guys are a trip, man, hearing those old dudes talk. But yeah, check out the I think it might be on the Crime Inc. All in the Family thing about the mafia. I think it's one of those episodes where Joe Dogs talks. Somebody let me know which one it is if I'm wrong. Joe Dogs tells the story, and they play the tapes from Tommy Agro, the wiretap tapes, and you couldn't sound more like a gangster and more authentic than he does in these tapes. I mean, you could just hear his voice. He was a dangerous dude, and he did not fuck around.
Yeah, I got to check that out. That was really interesting. I didn't say it was Fat Tony Gomex. I said it was Avellino and Tony Ducks. I said it was Tony Ducks. Hey, I wanted to ask you about the Sorelli interview.
Yeah.
I don't know if you asked them this. I don't think you did. Did they have anything that they could say about Norman DuPont? I would have loved to have heard some stuff about him.
All they talked about was who he was and how the transition took place.
Okay.
But if Marie or Jimmy are in here, and you want to
I was always curious about him because, he was around a lot. I mean, he was always around during the Gotti years.
Yeah, I feel like Marie might have went to sleep, and I don't think Jimmy was in here. Jimmy Sorelli.
You've seen that video, right? That's on YouTube. It's like the camera outside of the Ravenite. You've seen that, right?
The what?
Are you gonna make me play it? It's not a copyright thing either, because it's just like a random channel.
Play it.
We gotta watch that and comment on it. Hold on a second.
Cuban B is right. The Weasel Fradiano wiretaps were good too. When he's threatening the dude, I'll break every fucking bone in your body. Every bone in your body before I go to jail. You like that?
I gotta get that. Get that up.
With that accent. Yeah, Jimmy the Weasel. That is the best wiretap ever. Good call, Cuban B. I loved it.
All right, we gotta watch and comment on this. This is such a fucking great video.
Look at this. I feel terrible. New beginnings with Shanna.
Wow, your wife. That's nice.
Yeah, you were amazing, FBS. I love you. Good night. Shanna, why won't you come down and say good night to me? Can I leave you alone, Jeff?
Yes,
hold that. Yeah, take some comments and hold that tape until I get back if you don't mind.
All right. No
I got to go say goodnight to my wife.
You got it. Kevin Mack says, I checked out your podcast. They're really good. Go subscribe and check them out. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, appreciate that. We just put an episode out today on Carlo Gambino. Probably the most iconic mob boss ever. Really outside of Lucky Luciano, probably the most important mob boss ever as well. There's a Mount Rushmore for me with the mob. It's Carlo Gambino. It's Lucky Luciano. It's Tony Accardo. And probably Vincent Gigante. Salerno could probably be on there as well. Brandon Bell, Jeff looks like he had one of them iPhone filters in his old selfie. Yeah, you're totally right about that. It really did look like that. That's actually a really good point. Vinny Bracco, what's happening? How you doing? John Alet is blowing Larry. Settle down, rats got bats. That's funny. Thank you, Bracco. Appreciate you, bro. New York Crime Spot. Are you playing the balloons tape with DuPont? How stupid of him is it? Is that bullshit? Or how stupid of him to accept them? Yeah, I have seen that video. No, I'm not playing that, but it's another good video about the Ravenite. Mike, thank you, buddy. Appreciate your kind words. Jeff, do you think Salvi Testa would have been a good mob boss? You know, we've talked about this before, actually, Varsity Athlete. We did a show on Nicky Scarfo, and I have always been fascinated with Salvi. I think if I were Salvi, I would have corroborated with Philip Leonetti and said, look, let's get rid of your uncle. He's a complete mess. He's a complete liability at this point. I'll take over. You be underboss, and we'll rule this family for the next 40 years. That's what should have happened. I think the Philadelphia mob would have been way different. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. What's my channel called on YouTube? Yeah, it's just called The Sit Down, an organized crime podcast. And I can, I think I've typed here before. But yeah, it's just The Sit Down, an organized crime podcast. I'll have to input the link here. But we have this stuff out there now. I do some sit down shorts and that kind of thing. What else do we have here? It's amazing how there's a race for YouTube Mob King, and it's between an Italian and an Albanian. Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. How many wins do the Raiders get this year? I don't know if they get that many. I'm not a big Derek Carr fan. I've never been. You know, that's such a tough division as well. I mean, the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and it's not close. Obviously, the Chargers are going to be much better. They're going to win a lot of games they didn't win last year. I think Denver will be solid defensively. I think they're probably an 8, 500 kind of team. 9-8, 8-9, something like that. One more. Would you rather grow with 6 tits or 3 nice asses? Okay.
Question of the night. Thank you. I should send you a super chat just for giving us that wonderful.
Yeah,
that
I would go with the 6 tits probably.
All right. So you want to hear some crazy shit before you get to that video?
Sure.
You remember earlier in the video that I was yelling, Shanna, come in.
Yes.
That's because I thought Shanna, the doorknob on my door right here turned. Okay,
Ooh.
That's why I was yelling. I was telling Shanna she could come in. I thought she wanted to kiss me goodnight, whatever. So I just go upstairs and I said, baby, I was calling for you. You could have came in and I heard you turn the doorknob. She swears to God she did not turn the doorknob. She didn't come downstairs once.
Haunting.
So I am going to move.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my wife and stepson behind. They're on their own.
You're out of there.
They're leaving and not coming back to the house. That is no. I'm kidding. I'll take my wife and stepson. I'll wake Shan up in a little, and we'll be moving. So tomorrow.
Good knowing you. Take it easy.
Yeah, tomorrow if I'm in a hotel room live, then you'll understand why I'm there. Because I almost didn't want to come back downstairs. What the fuck is going on, Jeff? Gettysburg Spirits followed you home, FBS. You're not kidding. And I'll tell you what, this Gotti picture behind me. One time when I first got this new DJ controller and stuff, I had it on, I had my laptop up there, and it looked cool as shit. Everything was lit up purple, right? So I stood in the back of the room, I turned the lights off, and I took a picture just because the way it looked with the Gotti picture and all the purple, it was dope looking. I took a picture, and I showed the picture to Shanna the next day because I was going to put it on Facebook. There was, and I'll pull this picture up sometime, I promise you guys. Right on the left side of the Gotti picture, there was a clear white outline of a woman, like a figure of a woman with her arm up, like she was holding something. It was the craziest looking shit ever. So maybe it's this room. I don't know.
That's some nutty shit, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll have me and Jeff are going to hold a seance at my house tomorrow.
Someone's asking about Joe Waverly. Yeah, Joe Waverly's still alive. Definitely was a tough dude, a big Colombo crime family guy. One of the more violent people in the mob over the last 20 years. Was definitely he was a guy that actually fought off a shooting as well. Did order a cop to be killed, I believe. Definitely a tough dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, let's talk this video.
Yeah, let's get to that. If anything happens to me, guys, I'll miss you. Well, I'll be dead. Hopefully you'll miss me.
See ya. Give me all your super chat money.
All right, no problem.
I shared it. You should see it.
Oh, my bad. Sometimes I forget that I have to do that. Here we go.
This is the best video.
Oh, I love this video. Yeah,
We
the
got a
Raven.
comment on it.
Huh?
This is the best, this video.
If you get me another copyright claim, Jeff, it's
You're not going to get one.
I even love the song they play in the background.
Yeah, it's so good. Let me make it bigger. The best.
Has a guy. Check out this guy's channel. He's got a lot of good Gotti stuff and mob stuff on his channel.
What a park job, too.
Oh, yeah. You see the part where they pull right up onto the curb on an angle and shit? And Gotti gets it.
He's got that, like, coat on that, like tough guys wear.
Yeah. Where's Angel? Are you in here?
There he is, Norman.
Yep.
The man. He's always got that Fila tracksuit on.
I wonder if Angel's here to see this.
Oh, yeah. She would like this. There he is. What a legend that guy is. That fucking guy, man.
Oh, look at this dude, man.
Watch him step over the puddle. He's like, I ain't getting wet.
Yeah. There is nobody, and it never will be anybody cooler than this dude right here.
There he is. Jackie knows.
Jackie knows D'Amico.
He's funny. Jackie knows. Always around. Doesn't John Alito own this club?
Oh, of course. Yeah, when he was in a good mood, he would let Gotti come there and spend time with him.
I mean, imagine New York if it was like this now. Come on.
Oh, I wish. Trust me, I was just here, and I was just there, and it's not like that anymore. It's for damn sure.
Borriello.
Yep.
There's A-Light standing over there. Fucking DuPont, man. What a coffee boy he was. He's always fucking just doing stuff for everybody else.
I'm sure he had no complaints.
Someone wrote Norman going to get milk and bread. Can you explain what this is that he's carrying out of here? I've always wondered. What's it, a lasagna or money?
I don't know. It looks like it's
what
a hot.
That? It's like a trash bag. What is that?
There's a
what
chafe
that right
there, so there's some hot food in there. JC and McCallie, A-Light's waiting down the road, watching his underboss John Sr. handle things.
I don't know. I've always wondered what's in that fucking tub there.
Yeah, me too. That's A-Light's cars. They're pulling up on loan. They're pulling up in. He loaned them to them. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Big Ziti. I think there was Big Ziti in that tray. Jackie knows.
The man, the myth. And then he got Jojo Carrazzo. Legends.
Yep. I love this video, man.
It's so good. The music, everything. So good.
Yeah, shout out to this guy, Hezekiah News.
Hey, there's Sean A-Light.
Oh, look. That's right behind that is the San Gennaro thing is a Albanian flag. That's not even funny. I apologize.
That's right. Your good point. It's hiding. They just didn't put it up that day.
Yeah, yeah. They only displayed it when A-Light was there.
We got wait. I got to fast forward to that Peter Gotti part.
Here goes Joe DeChico. You see Joe?
This is funny here.
That was Joe DeChico walking out. I like him.
There's John A. Light. That's got to be John A. Light, right?
Rewind it, bro. That looks
That's
so much.
John A. Light. There's his mom in the background.
What the fuck?
All right, one more time. I got to do that one more time.
Yes, please do. Here he comes.
There's Joe Piney. There's John A. Light.
Oh shit!
This is great, man.
Peter and Joe DeChico, or Peter Gotti and Joe DeChico.
It's fucking great, man.
Oh, JC, that's hilarious. Forgive me for not putting that up. No, that's too tall to be A-Light. We know we're just fucking around. Look at Peter. Hey, at least they're generous, right? Yeah, I'm glad you played that.
Classic.
John Stahlberg, why is the mob rat guy on Panisi's case? Look, he doesn't like rats. He doesn't care who it is. He just doesn't like rats. That's his thing. Jimmy Calandra, Bath Avenue story.
We need one of those videos from the Bath Avenue crew. That would have been great.
Oh, I know, right? Let's see what else we got. A-Light serving ice cream. That was actually in the truck. That was what's the guy's name that taught Iceman in the movie?
Robert Pronge.
Yeah, Robert Pronge. That's him. He's actually got a body in the freezer in the truck.
Yeah, he's
and
actually serving them cyanide ice cream.
Yeah, Iceman was doing the serving. Pronge was he was putting the guy in the freezer. Mob snob, I love mob rats exposed. Yeah, I do too. I gotta say mob rats exposed. Otherwise, it sounds like you're saying you love mob rats.
You know, John A-Light is so tough. He can actually eat cyanide and he won't die. That's how tough he is. Oh,
I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Did I buy Peter Gotti ice cream every Wednesday on Mulberry Street? Yes, I did.
Is that on here?
Someone's...
Oh shit! Grim Sleeper 421 at Jimmy C. How you doing tonight? Anything else you want to talk about tonight, Jeff?
No, man. Just love hanging out, just talking, about stuff, man.
We can keep going for a while if you want.
I can hang out for a little bit more, no problem.
We do an all-night show for all I give a fuck. We got 196 people still, so.
One time, I don't know if you know this, but, I planned one time, this was about 8-10 years ago. There was a company that was going to pay me to do a 24-hour stream like this.
Really?
Yeah, we were going to watch college basketball for 24 straight hours. I never ended up doing it, but I always wondered about could I actually do that? It would be tough.
Yeah. New York City crime spot. Mr. Softy shut the music off when he got outside the Ravenite. Is that true?
No, I don't think that's true.
Nah.
I mean, that guy didn't.
Huh? No, he didn't. He had
that video. He didn't.
I got to do it, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's starting to get old, but I understand.
Yeah, guys.
No, it's fucking hair, Danny F. You fuck.
I know he's probably just fucking around because people mess with you.
I know.
But yeah, Jeff has proved that time and time again. What else we got here? You see any good ones? Because I'm
Alan Brock. That's
at the bottom.
I wouldn't put it up, but it's funny.
Oh shit! Where is it? Is it up towards this one?
No. Down a
Oh,
little.
that's funny, DLM, bro. Where's his Yeah, I'm not gonna put that up, but good one, buddy. Good one.
Mob Snob says Gravesend was so bad. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. I actually liked it, but I mean, I could just be bad.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I didn't really have any desire to watch that. Wise Guy TV. FBS, what about the Gotti clip? Which Gotti clip? I don't know.
I mean, the
What
one where he goes, "If you want to be a baseball player, you got to be a garbage pail. You must take steroids. You have
why
to
don't
take."
you why don't you throw on some prison tapes for a minute?
Oh yeah, I think I will. That's a good point. You
Gotti
know
Jr.
what? I want to hear that. You must take steroids.
I'm not sure which Gotti Jr. clip you're talking about, Wise Guy TV. I'm sorry. I have a terrible memory, and this might be something we talked about, but I don't know.
Oh, here we go. I got it. Yes. Oh yeah. There you go.
Right here. Believe me when I tell you.
You turn the volume up?
Hold on.
This is your biggest fan sitting right here. Believe me when I tell you.
My biggest fans I got names like O'Brien, Kelly, Clubfiend. I don't need fans. I need people who ration out. I got a 14-year-old girl who wrote me yesterday. She's in high school. She's doing a pen paper. She said, "This has nothing to do with Mark and I. That's the guy. I want to insult you." This 15-year-old girl.
He's here. Mob Rats Exposed. What's up, Mob Rats? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you could join us.
To me, you're one of the most famous people in the world. To me and my family, we're very affluent people. Look, we come from Ashley Park, Idaho. Ashley Park, Idaho was all mortgage over there. The cheapest house is $1 million. You know what I mean? Anyway, she called and she says, and the teacher who gave me the paper, they signed it. The English teacher gave me the signed it. I told her I was going to write you, and these are the questions there. How was your child? How many brothers and sisters you have? Months like that. Just plain questions. And on the bottom, she says, I don't know if you know it, she says, but there are millions of people out here who really love and adore you and respect you. I guess you what America was meant to be. I mean, these are 50-year-old kids. None of my relatives write that to me. If they can't tell me they're trouble, then I'm not all right. But I don't want them there. Like I told you. There's a good chance that you might go to school and become a lawyer, John. I hope so.
No, Daddy, he is going to become a lawyer.
No.
Really?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be a basketball player.
You're not very good.
I'll get smart. No move for it, right?
Baseball player.
You ain't gonna be a baseball player or a basketball player.
Of course I am.
Let me tell you something.
He's being smart today. There's nothing in
Let
here today.
me tell you something about that.
Tell me what I wanted to do.
Let me tell you something.
I never said I wanted to do it.
Let me tell you something about basketball players and baseball players. To be a good basketball player or a baseball player, first of all, you got to be a good liar, a good low life, and an imbecile.
Take a lot of drugs.
You got to take steroids. You must take steroids. You got to take steroids as a garbage pail.
I'm that cook.
I don't care if you don't be nothing. You think you're being selfish for me or spiteful with me? You get an ass kicking from me. I ain't your father or my children. For me,
He's being smart out.
for me, you get an ass kicking. You get an ass kicking, you never want it. You never forget the ass kicking you get from me. You understand? I got too many friends right now. I don't need you for a friend. I got 1 million friends right now. I got 1 million people who, if they can come here to see me now, they will cry just to be able to be here to see me. So you ain't doing me no favor coming to see me or talking sass to me. You save that for your father. You save that sass for me. I'll put my foot up your ass. You hear me? Don't you look at me. I'm serious than cancer, boy.
Ironically.
The truth of the matter with you guys, you're spoiled goddamn rotten. There's people that don't even have a goddamn good mail wouldn't get the answers you gave just me. You can look as sad as you want to look. Now get that phone to your uncle and get the
The fucking best.
But all your husband's got to do.
All right, that's cool.
And he's gonna have no money. He's gonna be in jail. That's what he's gonna be. You know what I mean? Your husband, there's no question of my love for him. He needs a strong animal. He needs me out there. He'll need your brother out there, but he needs me out there. He needs me on like what? All right.
The best. I like when he says he gets that shit from your fucking mother, not from me or from his fucking mother.
The fucking one with his kid, the kid is hilarious. So funny. So
I know. Mob Rats. Somebody asked why you're going after John Piney, and I said because you hate rats. You don't really care who it is. So if you want to throw your thoughts in the comments, feel free. Unless you already answered that in here. But I'm glad
Hey,
to have
by
it.
the way, you know he actually wasn't talking to a kid. That he was actually talking to A-Light in that video.
Oh, that makes more sense then. Because A-Light wanted to be, you know, a baseball player.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually talking to
Yeah,
John.
yeah. So he was like, A-Light, listen, you must take steroids. And A-Light was like, I already do.
Yeah, and he's saying, you know, give that phone back to Uncle. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, exactly. Look at his name. That's why he's going after Panisi. When he asked Vicky, wait a minute. Shit. I can't keep up. When he asked Vicky, does Carmine get in the back seat and things? Someone stole the steering wheel. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I get a kick, Mob Rat.
He's saying, does when he asked Vicky, does Carmine get in the back seat and think someone stole the steering wheel? I got it. All right. He's not bright, is what he was saying about Carmine Agnello. Go ahead, though.
No, Mob Rat's he always calls people fanooks. I always like that. It's funny.
Yeah. He's definitely made that a popular word. And
he says some funny shit, I gotta say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I crack up on Mob Rats Exposed. Jeannie, I'm outside. I don't know what the conversation is. I'm trying to catch up on the conversation. Let's see.
I know a lot of people clown Larry Mazza, but can I just say one thing? Linda Scarpa was hot. I mean, the fact that he pulled her was pretty high level. She was like 10 years older than him. She was hot. Have you ever seen Linda Scarpa? She was really hot.
Yeah.
So I give him credit for that.
Did you see the video Mob Rats Exposed played about little Linda and her
the limo driver?
No. This is something that's going on now. How do I put it? She has like a young. I don't know. Is that her boyfriend or is that just somebody she's pursuing?
I mean, little Linda's hot as well. So I mean, doesn't surprise me.
Mob Rats, how do we get some of that video up here without me getting a copyright claim or anything?
Yeah, what's that about? I haven't seen that.
She's doing some weird shit on TikTok, man.
Really?
Yeah. How do I get some of that stuff up here, Mob Rats? I don't know what to look for or anything.
I'll have to look that up.
Mob Rats, I think, is outside with his dogs, but I'm sure he can hear. Whenever you get a chance. Oh, you can't. Oh, shit. Well, he did a video. You could look through his. You still got the video up, right? I don't know if he has that one up or not.
Damn, I would love to see that, actually.
She's doing some real weird shit, like singing. She's got, because she's like, I don't know, what's she in her 50s? Oh, They Will Strike You. Okay, she's in her 50s or something. Is there any way to look it up on YouTube so Jeff can watch it later?
Damn, Davidson's coming hard at Larry Mazza.
Yeah, I guess she's got this young guy, I don't know if it's a boyfriend or just somebody she's chasing after, but nope, strike. Okay, but she's real young. I mean, he's real young, and she's what, in her 50s or something?
Like how young? Like 20 or?
How old is that guy, Mob Rats?
What's her name on TikTok? Does anyone know? I'll look her up right now.
Oh, you got to find it on TikTok.
Does someone know her TikTok? I'll look it up right now.
What is he? 18-year-old boy. What does he look? Does he just look up Linda Scarpa? You gotta see this, bro.
Yeah, I'm
And
about
we
to look
can't
it up.
pull it up, but
Oh, I found her.
look at some of the stuff she's doing on there, and I'll talk to these guys.
Yeah, I'm seeing her. I'm following her right now.
More than 10 years older. No, way more than that. How old is Linda? We're talking about, yeah, just look up her name, he said. We're talking about Greg Scarpa's daughter, Linda Scarpa. We're talking about her.
Listen, I'm gonna say it right now. I think Linda's attractive personally, but I gotta find this video. I mean, the videos are cringy as fuck, though. I gotta say.
50 or 51, I would say. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a 30-year age difference.
Yeah, the videos are cringy. I gotta say.
Hold on, guys. Let me look something up, too, real quick.
Cringy as fuck.
Oh, my bad. She's 42. All right. Well, either way, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to bash anybody or bash. I'm certainly not going to bash Linda Scarpa. I'm just saying it's some weird shit that goes on.
Yeah, the videos suck.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff I saw on Mob Rat's video. But yeah, I don't want to get too much further into that.
Yeah, like I said, her mom was hot. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Mob Snob says she may be single.
Maybe I'll have to holler at her.
Looking back in the day. Yeah, I agree.
Wouldn't that be some shit, though? She'd probably be a pretty good interview, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You ever hear that story about the limo driver?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, the guy that tried to rape her, basically.
Yeah, and Greg like had him beat up, and then he said, no, just go kill him.
Good. I would have done the same thing. Good for Greg Scarpa. I give him all the props in the world.
Yeah. Let me ask you. So the Mob Wives, you've seen that, right?
Little bits and I won't watch shit like that. I've seen bits.
None of it's really Mob Wives anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. I'm not into that shit. Vikings fan 8999, bring a MRE into the stream. Listen, I don't like to bother Mob Rats Exposed too much, but he knows he's always welcome to come on here. All he's got to do is say the word, and I'll drop him a link. He just got home from work. I don't know if he feels like doing that, but if he wants to, he can come on.
Yeah, well, I'll say this now. Linda, you can have an interview with me any day.
You could have what with you?
You can have an interview with me any day. 52 is fine for me.
Mob Rat says she is 52. Okay. Yeah,
that's right in my wheelhouse.
This thing is wrong then. Yeah, I don't want to take it the wrong way. I have a problem with, I'm not going to bash a woman or.
Bring Mob Rats in. He said he'll come in.
Did he?
I love MILFs, Mob Snob. Love them.
All right, I'll drop the link for you, Mob Rats.
Mob Rats has to say some funny shit, which you will. I always like hearing him. Mind someone's business says Karen Gravano is hot. Oh, shit. You like them thick. You like them thick, mind. Drita Devanzo is my girl. That's my number one. Just saying.
All I could say is I'm not going to bash her either, but no, Karen is not.
Drita's number one. Skinny Razor.
Oh, yeah. They want to hear Mob Rats do Skinny Razor. You've heard him do that, right?
Yeah, I don't know where did that come from?
Well, he's not doing Skinny Razor. He's Ralph Natali.
Oh,
yeah, he's doing Ralph Natali, talking about Skinny Razor. Because did you watch the Patrick? Yeah, did you watch the Patrick Bet David interview where he's talking about Skinny Razor?
Yeah, he gets real pissed off.
That is that's cool, Mob Rats. Take your time. That is I sent you the link. I guess I could have just dropped it in here, but I'm an idiot, so I just sent it to you. Yeah, that's That's a classic interview, man. I didn't watch the whole thing because it's hard to, but man, fucking Ralph Natalio is a mess. You're telling me that this guy, look, I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to make fun of anybody. But you're telling me at his age, I know that, I'm sure he doesn't have much of an income stream, but you can't get teeth?
I mean, I don't.
What are dentures? What could dentures possibly cost? You're going to be on TV and stuff?
Yeah, not much at all. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's odd.
A lot of the chat agrees with me.
What about Drita?
Love Drita. Everyone loves Drita. Drita is fine as hell. I love a woman that can fight too, man.
I haven't seen her in years. I definitely know she used to be. I'm going to look her up now.
She's fire. I love Drita. That's Drita. She's Albanian too. Shout out to her.
All right. I can't comment.
Yeah. It's all good. I get it. Grievous says Ralph is ghetto.
Drita said what?
He said, no, the Grievous, his name is Grievous. He says Ralph is ghetto. You know, Ralph was dating a super young girl. You know that, right?
Was he really?
Yeah, when he was boss or like acting boss, he was like dating, like she was super young, like early 20s.
Wow. Rats get bats. It's a fat bald Italian at Gmail. He is short like A-Light. I'm not sure who's he talking about, Joe?
I think Ralph, maybe.
A-Light made Skinny Razor at his house. Is that before he was going to kill Joey Molino? It had to be, right? Dumb shit. Bam, thank you, Bam. I appreciate that, man, as always.
Did you ever hear in the Philly and Eddie interview when Bette David's like asking him about different mobsters and he's like talking about them? You ever see that part?
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's a pretty funny part of that interview.
Yeah. Philly and Eddie, that dude has some of the funniest interviews of all time as far as I'm concerned.
You ever see him? That fucking wig he wears? Speaking of wigs, you ever see that one?
That, yeah, that little, let me see. Can we pull up a picture of that?
Yeah, I got you on that. I got you. I got it.
You got it already? God damn.
It's so funny. Oh, man. Hold on a second.
This is Philly and Eddie in an old, I believe it was an ABC interview when he was in disguise. I think this interview was from like the 90s, the late 90s, honestly. What the fuck was he thinking? Oh, there you go. Skinny Razor. What was he thinking with that fucking wig? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's great. Listen, Philly and Eddie, he didn't even do anything with his face except for the silly mustache. He looks, what did he think the wig was going to accomplish? He fucking looks like Philly and Eddie with a wig on. That's funny as shit.
Exactly.
Grievous. No wiggity. Absolutely. Art Kunkel says absolutely. Leonetti is hilarious. That Golden Girls wig. Hell yeah, man.
He does
Tony V. Yeah, this is for you, Jeff.
I remember when watching you play horses. Did you get a copy shirt? No, I did not. Oh, yeah, I used to do. Yeah, I did do that. No, I never did.
For what?
I used to play like I used to bet horses live, and I would play like the feeds on my stream.
Are you good with that stuff?
Horses. I don't bet as much. I don't bet horses as much anymore. I do sports, but I've been okay in horses at times.
Are you good at it, Jeff?
I wouldn't say it's my best.
An answer.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I would say it's my best. No.
All right. Here we go. Tom
Hey
Lockbear.
Tom, why don't you go fuck yourself? How about that?
Thank you for the super chat, Tom. Tell Jeff his wig is crooked.
I mean, it was funny like the first couple of times, but now it's just like played out.
They're having fun with you, man.
You love it though. You love that.
Well, because it's listen. I know for a fact that you don't have a wig, so it just the fact that they're busting balls is listen. My whole channel is basically about busting balls, so I can't be mad at them. Oh yeah, there you go. Stockhoser News. Pie oh my. Fucking poor horse.
What a great horse that was.
Fucking Ralph Cifaretto, that cocksucker.
Yeah, he deserved what he got.
Son of a bitch. He did.
Who is a better wig, me or Leonetti?
I'll say you, without a doubt.
Cool.
Silent Profiling says it's harmless, busting chops.
I know, I'm kidding.
My email isn't working, really? Fatballitallian@gmail. It's not working? All right, I'll check my email, bro. Are you on there as you? As rats get bats? Let me check his stuff real quick.
Yeah, I've heard that same thing. I've heard that as well, Dave, originally from Brooklyn.
What?
Someone was talking about Albert DeMeo. I heard he passed away. I don't know if it's exactly true, but I shouldn't push that.
I don't know how to look at rats get bats. Is that what you're on here as? Because I don't know how to. Where in the hell are you? I don't have a message from a rats get bats.
What kind of shampoo do I use? I use Pantene Pro V.
Oh, my bad, Mob Rats. There he is. Sorry, bro. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very
What's
kindly
up,
for having me on. Thank you very kindly. Now, what were you asking me? Why was I making fun of, people are asking, why was I making fun of John Priest? Jeez, I wonder why. What do these people think? I know some of these people are hardcore simps to these stoolies, but the channel's named Mob Rats. I make fun of Mob. If you don't like it, unsub to the channel. Go simp with these fucking cowardly rats. Simp hard with them. It's unbelievable. And I critiqued the son of a bitch pretty clearly, too. The guy even said in his own words, he picked up his kid and showed her out the window so nobody would shoot, so they would know there was a kid in the house. Like, this guy's a criminal. Big hard. He's a hardcore simp also. The girl pulled his strings. This guy is a mental midget when it comes to women. Bottom line, nobody can debate. I would love for someone to debate me on that. I dare one of these simps to try to step to me with that, and I will verbally obliterate yous. I dare one of them.
Here he is, guys. I love
This
him.
guy literally went and shot another guy over a girl when he was like 18 years old. He's a hardcore simp. He can't deal with women. And I get it. They think he's a nice guy because he talks soft and like he got hit in the head with something. I get it. He's simple. I get it. But why are you attacking him? What do you think, you fucking idiots?
We had some simps in here earlier. It was pathetic.
There's a lot of groupies in this genre. There's a lot of groupies and simps. And if you're a simp and a groupie, unsub to my channel. It's very easy because I'm going to make fun of your favorite stool pigeons. How can you worship mob shit, but then you like the people who put these people away? Like, it's amazing to me. It's amazing.
Well, back to what you were saying a minute ago. What do you mean? He held his daughter up?
Yes, listen, he said, all right, now I'm not saying he pulled a Nino Brown and he was walking around with the kid trying to get her shot, but he thought he's a paranoid son of a bitch. He sees hitmen everywhere, right? He thought there was hitmen laying outside his house. So in his own words, he picked up his daughter and showed her. He put her up to the window so people would see there was a kid in the house. To me, that's pretty cowardly and disgusting, if you ask me. And you can go listen to his podcast. You can listen to it and listen to him say that clearly. I had like a few crying in the chat.
It's so hard for me to listen to him. That's why the only time I hear him is when I watched your video about him. I have a hard time listening to that dude talk, man. It's like watching fucking grass grow.
It was tough, dude. Doing that video was real tough. But he did say that in his own words. So what kind of man holds his daughter up to a fucking, God forbid they shot through the window or something. I'm not saying he was outside, they were shooting at him and he held his kid up. I'm not saying that. But he thought there was people laying on him outside, so he wanted to show them that there was a baby in the house so they wouldn't shoot. That's a fact. It comes from his own words. I don't know. So no matter how bad they worship these people, it comes from his own words.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, and the guy's a mental midget. Like he said to his girlfriend, "I'm not letting." She's like, "Can I come to the wake with you?" "Oh no, you can't go to the wake with me. There's guys there." He's one of those sick dudes who check their girlfriend's phone every 10 minutes, and if they look out the window, "Why are you looking at a guy?" It's like, "No, there's no guys out there. I'm looking at squirrels run up a tree." He's just a jealous freak. I guarantee you, I bet you any money he's a woman beater. Without a guy that jealous, right? And if you're going with a girl who cheats on you, and she bragged to him how she was cheating on her ex-husband, and he's still with the girl, she made a fool of him many times, threatened him, "I will take these videos and go tell all your guys, I'll run to your friend." He's a simp. So how can you say he's not a simp?
How about when he said his grandma told him to rat?
Listen, he said this. He was talking
I'll be
to
right
his son.
back, guys.
He was talking to his son about everything that went down. His son wrote on the back of the paper, FBI. And he says, "No, I can never do that. I'm a stand-up man." And then he went and prayed to a picture of his grandparents. He said, "Show me a sign." In his own words, the house shook for 8 hours. It didn't just tremble a minute. The house shook for 8 hours. Do you see what my point is? How convenient these rats make their stories. It's just, I don't know how anybody can believe that shit. To make a long short story long, I don't know how anybody can believe that shit. Jesus, come on, man.
Hey, can you do the skinny razor thing?
No, not right now.
You do that, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, man? You trying to insult me? No, I'm like, skinny razors, Jose Marlinos. But yeah, it just amazes me how these some of these simps just fucking, and these fuckhole little groupies will fall in love with their pet rats, their pet mice. It's like,
we had some of them earlier.
You can disagree with me, no problem, but don't fucking deny the fact of what the guy said on the screen. And he's not a cuckold simp. He's got problems with women like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna have some hot chicks hit him up on Instagram. You watch what happens. Watch. Have some hot broads hit him up. He'll send all love letters and he'll start crying. That guy is a mental midget. And yeah, he's not a braggadocious A-light kind of guy about the murders and like Frank Pasquale. They don't brag about murders and act like that. Okay, I give you that. But he's not a good guy. And that other guy who has him over his house, are you crazy, dude? Letting this man at your house? That's nuts. Unbelievable. Yeah. I can't stand none of these mob stool pigeons, man. Any of them. I hate them all.
Yeah, I didn't catch all of that, what you were saying, but if you don't mind, real quick, just going over the what happened with the ghosts and the house shaking and shit.
All right. Now his son, he tells his kids and his family all about his mob business, right? So he's telling his son and talking about all the problems he's having with the mob, right? So the son writes FBI on the back of a notebook. And he goes, "I can't do that, kid. I can't do that." So he went and he prayed to his grandparents' picture, which God bless his grandparents. May they rest in peace. I'm a Catholic also. The rosary beads are right here. He prays to the picture. And conveniently, the whole room starts shaking for 8 hours. And he even calls his poor mother up and says, "Listen, Ma, the room's shaking." Come on, if you guys can believe that, well, I want to lease you a bridge. And I want to lease you a big tower in Manhattan. I'll lease you a tower. You can just pay me monthly. In installments? How does somebody believe this? Very conveniently. Very convenient.
I might have to. Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
I said very conveniently, God comes to him at just the right time, ain't it?
That's like they all have an excuse for cooperating, and that one's his, I guess, huh?
Exactly. Every rat has their justification for telling. Every stool pigeon has their justification for rat moment. Someone
This
says,
guy's
yeah, he did
serious.
20 years. Yeah, he did 20 years because he shot some kid over a girl. Yeah, he had no one to tell on. Yeah, he did 20 years. He got out. He got involved with this stuff, and he got involved with this stupid girl. She made a fool of him. She pulled his strings, made a simp out of him, and he wouldn't go meet with his friends. He was scared of them. He even said it. They called him up, and they wanted to meet with him and end it 3 or 4 times. Every time he went to go meet him, he seen a black guy with a red bandana and got scared. He sees the tunes everywhere. He's scared. He seen some black dude with dreadlocks, got horrified. He seen 4 cars behind the thing and got scared and ran away. It's just a fact, and they don't like when you pull out their facts on their favorite little mice.
This guy says, "Why do you hate rats, Mob Rats? Your hate is on another level."
Yes, it is, and I have reasons for that, and which I'm not going to divulge. But yes, I hate them. It's not because of me, but I hate them. I do. I hate them because they're all scumbags. Anybody to sell somebody out to advance themselves or get themselves out of something, it's just bullshit, man.
I hear you.
Yeah, I saw that you did a show last night where you were just shouting out like other anti-rat channels and stuff, right? Like this is near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, it is. It's very. It means that's why I wanted to. These channels are small. I'm trying to build them up and get people to suck them because it's going to be a pushback. These guys can't come on stream and tell these. Well, they have the right to, and we have the right to combat that. So all these simps, cool out. We have the right to do this. If you don't like it, unsub. Go whack off to your Piney poster in the corner. Easy. Like these people.
I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, no, that's all right. I talk a lot, so you're going to have to sometimes.
What do you think about, because I don't know if you ever spoke about this. You probably did, and I probably heard it and just don't remember. But people were asking earlier, you get a lot of these people that say Michael Franzese wasn't a rat. What do you think about that?
He told on Norby Walters. Just because Norby wasn't Italian, he's still a rat. You don't tell on nobody.
What I say? There was a simp in here talking about how he was a tough guy, this and that.
If you rat, I don't care what color, what nationality somebody is. If I rat on somebody, I don't care if they're an alien. I ratted on them. I told on them. So a lot of people give him a pass because Norby Walters wasn't Italian. That don't mean shit. And if you Irish guys or English guys in the chat, you just want to be told on by some dago, huh? Oh, you're not Italian, so I can go tell on you. Oh no, it doesn't work that way. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. There's no excuse. It doesn't matter.
If only these people
that's
had one neck. Like I'll quote Caligula on this one. If only they had but one neck. Honestly. And what I'm trying to do with the channels is, like Sun Tzu said, if you sit by the river long enough, eventually you will see all of your enemies float by. What I mean by that is I'm trying to build a bunch of channels to combat these stoolies so their narrative's not the only narrative out there. And I don't care about anything else. That's my goal.
No, I understand. Jeff, do you have anybody in mind? I'd love to listen to Mob Rats just go on and on. I can listen all night. Do you have anybody you want to ask Mob Rats about?
John Veazey, he's a piece of shit. I don't know what you know about him.
He is.
I still want to talk about that, and I don't want to bring it up again, but the Chris Paciello stuff was just pathetic.
The dude in Miami.
Sicilian, we got it. I mean, that was really bad.
Yeah, he was a dude from Miami, right? He was doing all the nightclubs down there. He made friends with other Miami socialites and stuff.
Yeah, and he was a huge fucking rat.
And he changed his last name. Like, how do you disrespect your own dad and change your last name? You got to be, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But the guy told on a lot of people. If I keep talking, just cut me off because I'm a rambling retard. Remember that.
No, that's all right. I like to hear you go on your rants. It's my favorite.
Hey, can you tell us about the Linda Scarby thing?
Yes. All right. Somebody sent me the videos of little Linda and her 52-year-old self. And Linda's a good-looking woman. I'm not saying she's some ugly slag, a slug, but she's on there doing sexual TikTok videos and flirtation videos with an 18-year-old boy. Now, as the men in this chat, and you guys can agree, how would you feel if your mother was on TikTok doing all kinds of things like that with an 18-year-old kid? You'd be it's embarrassing.
Super weird. Yeah.
And she wonders why her kid ran away and don't want to talk to her. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. What is that her boyfriend, or is this just somebody?
No, it's not. And I'm not going to lie about the woman. It's not her boyfriend. She's never even met the kid. It's just a TikTok buddy of hers that she worships and idolizes. He's like an 18-year-old kid from Canada who wants to be a model. He kind of looks like the Ken and Bobby Killers from Canada, Paul Bernardo, the Scarborough rapist.
It is fucking cringy, I'll say that.
Cringe is beyond, and picture that being your mother. How would you feel? Like,
Yeah.
picture the embarrassment.
Yeah.
What
right.
happened to these? This generation is fucked, man. Or at least when we were kids, we had sweet old grandmas. My Grammy makes me tendy. She's a sweet old woman. These kids are going to grow up with their mothers all half naked on the computers. It's really sad. The
Hey, Mob Rats, I got to ask you a question about rats.
Yep.
I've talked about it before, but don't you think are there any rats that you say, okay, I don't justify what they did, but there are certain situations where I understand what they did?
No.
Okay. So you kind of equate it to like they committed crimes regardless.
Yes.
You know.
If you don't want to go to jail, don't do the crimes. If you do the crime, do the time. Don't sell no one else out.
Let me ask you about one guy though, seriously, because I don't know if this guy's a rat to me. Like I've always called him like a witness, in my opinion. How much you know about John Martirano?
Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit, John Martirano.
I mean, Whitey Bulger was ratting him out for 30 years.
And still, two wrongs don't make a right, though.
But he was a rat.
Yeah, they're all rats. Yeah, they're scandandina.
I don't know. I always thought Martirano was a witness. I didn't ever look at him like that. But I guess he did kill 20 people at the end of the day.
Yes, yeah, he's just as like the other ones. They're out to save their own asses. That's what it's all. It's not like if they seen some like innocent little kid getting killed or some woman getting killed, I would never call them a rat. Right, but these are people that are all in organized crime in the criminal life, and they get caught. They all take these oaths, and even the ones who didn't take these oaths, they're in the streets. If you get in trouble, be a man and face the fucking fire. I can respect that, but I can't respect anybody. I don't care what the reason is to tell on somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm not glorifying the mafia neither. I would never. Nobody could pay me to join the mafia in the 1920s. Now, never. I think it's ridiculous. Number one, I'm not leaving my mother's bedside. I'm not killing my friends. I'm not killing anybody. But if you're going to do that, then be that. Be original. Be real.
Right.
Yeah. Brandon Bell says FBS, he has a prosthetic nose and chin. His real nose is much skinnier and he has a rounded face. I'm assuming you're talking about Philly and Eddie. Yeah, I know what Philly and Eddie looks like. Well, I've read his book. I've seen all his
that wig definitely did.
But I didn't think he looked that much different in that. I just thought he looked like he had a wig on. Like, I don't know. What do you think about Philly?
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, Phil's crazy. He's got that like little dead alley cat on his head and stuff. He's a weirdo.
Well, let me ask then, what do you think about Ralph Natali?
He's a liar. He said he waited a year to rat. He ratted like 2 days, 3 days later. He's just another old stool pigeon scumbag.
What about Ron Previty?
Yeah, they shouldn't even have let that guy around. He was a former cop anyways. They should have known that was going to happen. So much for Stanford and his Sicilian thing. That guy was a nut.
He made a lot of people.
That's what I say when people are like, there's no way. There's a lot of people out there that refuse to believe that John Veazey was ever made. They're like, Stanford, there's no way he would have made John Veazey. I said, he made a fucking cop. He made Ron Previty. Like, he was doing crazy shit, so why wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He would make a poodle if he made Ron Previty, put it that way.
I know, that is one of the dumbest moves in mafia history. I can't believe till this day. I knew Ron Previty was a good money maker, even though a lot of that money was coming from the FBI. But
I think you make the case John Stanford was one of the worst bosses ever. Him and Scarfo, they're both terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody asked in the chat, do I think John Jr. Gotti's a rat? No, I don't think Jr.'s a rat. Now, if I was a mob guy in the mob, I wouldn't deal with him no more because you did the profit thing. But no, he didn't put no one in jail. Let's say he did go down there to tell. Well, he didn't do it. Nobody went to jail, so I don't consider that guy a rat. He didn't put nobody away. Nobody went to jail. So in my opinion, he's not a rat. That's my opinion.
I feel the same way, and I think it's funny the people they'll let off, like Michael Franzese and stuff. These same people will say that John Jr. was a rat. But listen, John Jr., we all know what he was trying to do. Okay, he was trying to see if he could feed some disinformation, some stuff that didn't matter, stale crime, stuff that the statute of limitations was up on.
And let's say that wasn't the case. Let's say he was really thinking about flipping. Let's just pretend that for a minute. Let's say he was thinking about ratting. Well, he didn't though. He went down there and he didn't give them nothing. Nobody got in jail. Nobody got in trouble for what he said. So I don't consider that a rat. It's someone who puts people in jail. That to me, that's what a rat is.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the 70s or 80s, yeah, they would have killed him, obviously, because if you sit down with them, you get killed. But I'm not a mob guy, so it's not like yeah, kill the guy. It's just common sense. Nobody went to jail.
I see what Josh is saying here, but the bottom line is, hold on, 3 or 2 is the government. The bottom line here is nobody was even inconvenienced. I mean, you don't go on trial 4 times if you were any kind of rat or a successful rat. I mean, John Gotti Jr. through hell. And let me tell you, if he wanted to rat, they would have given him anything just for the satisfaction of knowing they made a Gotti flip.
Yep. They would have gave him everything. They would have gave him the world. Yeah, I said it before.
They would have bought him a fucking private island to move his family to. Like, yeah. So literally. I just don't.
I'm sorry.
No, I just don't consider John Gotti Jr. a rat.
No, he's not. He didn't put nobody in the can. He didn't get nobody arrested. And he went on fucking 4 trials, and LA tried to gas him, for Christ's sakes. He almost put in a gas chamber. And these same people that will say this simps to other rats that go on other channels and worship these guys and stick up for them. It's amazing. Like you said, the guys who are saying Francis is not a rat, but it's just amazing. Like, really put people in jail. He got Norby Walters arrested. So just because he's not Italian, that he's still a rat.
He also gave the FBI names of people that were in the mob. Michael did, yeah.
Yeah. But he got the holy roller thing going.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't it, Jeff, wasn't it Mikey Figs that was saying that about...
yeah, Mikey Figs.
Michael Franzese isn't a rat? Because isn't that one of your...
Yeah.
Isn't that one of your friends, mob rats?
No, he's some kid that comes in the chat. He didn't like A-Light, so I shouted his channel out. But seems like a nice kid, but he's wrong on that. He's dead wrong on that one. And that's my point. Mikey's a nice kid and all, but he's seduced by Michael Francois, as the old man would say, Francois. He's seduced by Francois. And you just gotta take your simp hat off, take the cuckold hat off, and look at things without the simp glasses. That's all. I know it's kind of hot.
I love how you brought up the way what's his face. I'm like, I won't mention his name. The way he pronounced that last name and every other last name.
How about Lilo? I liked your Lilo Brancati interview. That was good. Lilo and Stitch. That was a great interview with Lilo.
Hey, mob rats. Who's your favorite person in this genre?
Genre. No, that's what the other thing he says. Yeah, what's his face pronounces it genre. And the other day when he was talking shit about Jimmy Calandra, and he kept saying Anthony Sparrow. It's fucking
Sparrow. And he kept calling him the Birdman. No one ever called him that.
How about that passive-aggressive attack on you, like in that video? I'm critiquing, like, dude, I would respect him a lot more if he says, I just don't like you. I hate when people say they like somebody, but they passively-aggressive attack them. I hate passive-aggressive bitches. I hate them. I hate passive-aggressive people. There's nothing worse. Because they're the real sneaks. The passive-aggressive people are snakes in the grass.
Yeah, absolutely. What'd you say, Jeff?
Anthony Sparrow. I just...
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Sparrow. And what was he saying? Frank Favre. He was Frank Favre. Frank Favre.
Yeah, imagine covering a genre or a genre and not even knowing how to pronounce the names. It's comical.
Yeah, he called him John Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre's brother.
Oh yeah, I said Frank. I'm sorry. I said Frank Favre. I'm sorry, John Favre. Yeah, he said John Favre. That's like what was the other one? Oh, Bobby. How did he say Bobby Borello? Bobby Borelli or Bobby Borello or something.
Something funny like that. It's like, come on, dude. Go back to Anglo-Saxonism. Talk about the King of England. I love the kings and stuff too. Talk about them. You can't pronounce Italian last names. You look foolish. Now, do you think A-Light will blow him off? I think A-Light's going to blow him off.
I don't think he's going to blow him off.
I don't know.
He's not going to ask him anything. He's going to
I think he would blow him off if he really thought there was going to be tough questions. But I think they've already worked it out, and he knows damn well there isn't going to be any tough questions. There just isn't.
Well, I'll give Lee this. I think Lee will ask tougher questions than Paulie D and other creatures like that. You know what I mean? I will give him that. I think he will ask something or ask something in the chat because remember, he cares about his subscribers and the numbers and all that the most, right? So he's going to ask him something. At least he'll ask him something harder than the other people did. I'll say that's my opinion. But you're right. It's mostly going to be softball and winning his love. But he's going to want to. He cares more about the subs and stuff. He's obsessed with the station. Watch time. Yes, watch time.
Watch time. Oh, my God. Do you even know your watch time, Mob Rats? I don't.
No, I don't know neither. I don't know.
But little does he know that views are what get you money. Everyone knows that. If I have 1 million views, I'm going to get paid. They don't give a fuck about watch time.
Yeah, and the fans thing, calling everybody fans. It's like they just watch your YouTube channel. We're not movie stars, dude. Like we're nothing.
I know. I just say my subscribers.
Oh, Pappy's in the chat. Pappy's here. Hey, Paps. What's up? Paps is all right. He just did a crossword puzzle, eating some hard candy.
Listen,
I am looking forward to the A-Light interview, though. I am looking forward to that.
I'm staying out of it, my brats. You can do whatever.
Oh, I don't have no beef with him, but I can poke fun.
Yeah,
This guy was trying to dox me and destroy me and everything, like copyright. So I can poke a little fun. I'm not going hard on that.
Oh my God! Please bring him into the show. I would laugh so fucking hard.
Yeah, bring him on. We'll talk about the A-Light thing. I won't argue and fight with him. I told him I told Lee, I got no beef with you. I don't want to fight with him. I have to make videos about rats, not Pappy.
10 minutes. Bring him on.
If he wants to come in, I might go take a walk or something, while it's happening. But he can come on.
Yeah, I'm not going to make videos about him and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be nice to Pappy and kiss his ass and act like we're buddies. Like, no, dude, you tried to fucking destroy me.
No, thank you.
Of course not.
He doesn't want that.
He doesn't want nothing.
I'm surprised Pappy's still up right now. Wow.
Listen, you know why I don't want. I honestly, I don't want. Why I refuse to even say the name or speak of him anymore is because tomorrow there will be a show talking about how Fatball Sicilian needs him for views, which is.
But that's inevitable, anyways. And like I said, it's just a joke. Everybody knows it's just a joke over there. It's a joke.
What a weird reason to not come on. Chilling with my dogs.
I want my dogs too. I just took my dogs out. They're in my house right now. I'm looking at all 3 of them.
3 dogs, huh? All in the basement?
Yep, all in the basement. Grammy's been kind.
She just lets you guys.
Well, I've been a Grammy's boy all my life. My grandmother was up in Ohio last week, so my auntie was in charge, and she did some bad things, but auntie can't use the car for a week, so Grammy's back, and so am I.
Oh, I was under the impression it was your aunt's house.
No, actually, Grammy owns everything. Grammy owns everything. Grammy's a power.
You probably make like in the high 6 figures a year. You probably live in a big fucking house. You probably
that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think.
Not at all. I'm actually a bust out. I live in my grandmother's basement, being quite honest.
I don't believe it. And besides, we have it's up to our imagination to decide what we think.
I would put a good amount of money that he's pretty well off. I'm not going to go into it. I think he is.
You're wrong, but thank you. But you're wrong.
I hope you are.
Yeah, well, I don't know if any of us are well off. Maybe Jeff is, but I know
I'm not. No, I'm not.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else? Because like I said, Mob Rats, you could just talk about whatever the hell you want.
What do you want to talk about? I thought, is any of the Piney simps want to come on and debate me on like how mean I was to their little Johnny boy?
Yeah, we could go for that. No, I was just asking because I didn't know if you had anything in mind you wanted to talk about.
Hey, Sicilian, remember that video we were watching earlier? We saw John A-Light on the video. He was the guy, remember on the Gotti video? Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so funny, Mob Rats. He played this video from Hezekiah News, and there was a dude standing across the street from the Ravenite that looked exactly like, well, balding, but looked like John A-Light. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, A-Light's probably one of the sickest ones out there. This guy is, and he's such a mental midget, meaning like he can't take the criticism. Look how just the small, stupid YouTube channels have got under his skin. He should have just ignored everything, but he let us know. He showed me his ass, and that's the last thing you want to let me do. You don't want to show me that because I know what your feels are. Don't once you like Panisse, I know what his feels are. The women, I know just how to get to them. You never want to show your ass if you're one of these mob stool pigeons.
What about Gene?
Oh, Tonto? Tonto was pretty smart for going back to the res and getting off YouTube. He was smart for doing that, but it wasn't him alone. His lawyers or somebody probably told him that to just get off YouTube because he can't control himself. He drinks fire water. He starts screaming and making threats.
Well, that's funny. Back to the A-Light thing about letting us know, we're bothering him is the worst mistake he could have made. And not only because he said some stupid shit with my wife involved, but to even say my name was like, how dumb do you have to be to realize that I've been trying to get you to do that this whole time? Yes. So it just justifies my.
Yep, he's not smart at all. Like he should have ignored everything and act like we didn't even exist.
Yeah, I was actually shocked that for the longest time he did. He didn't say a word, but I knew sooner or later he would have to. And he made that little Daisy Dukes video with the pink shirt.
Where, Molly Ringwall.
Yeah, where he had to mention me and bring up my wife. And, that was like...
disgusting. I love how your wife put him in his place, though. I was like going, yeah! I was like I was watching a football game, watching your wife thrash him. That was great. God bless her.
I think a lot of people were rooting for my wife that night. Yeah, she's a tough woman.
She put him in his place very eloquently, and it was great. I love how she put him in his place.
Yeah, thank you, man. I knew she would if she ever got the chance. Which brings me to another thing. Let me ask you this, honestly. I'm not talking about an interview because I would never have A-Light on my show under any circumstances except for one thing. If somehow I knew I could bring him on and just verbally assault him for fucking whatever amount of time, and then just click the fuck off. I don't want no interview. I don't want no part, anything like that. Would you do that? Would you just have him come on just so you could trash him for a minute?
No.
You wouldn't even have him on for that?
No. If he was on another stream, would I go in and crash the stream and rip him apart? Yeah, but I would not have him on my platform.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But yeah, I don't even know if I would go in a stream. Maybe I'd go in the stream and troll it and crash the stream and destroy it. But to go and ask him questions, no, I wouldn't. I have nothing to say to him.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that either. I just mean the only way I think I ever would is if and it would never happen. If he was willing to just take a verbal fucking ass kicking and just that's the only fucking way. Otherwise, I would never speak to that son of a bitch in a million years.
Yeah, he wouldn't, though. He would never go on your channel and, you ask him the questions you want. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he won't do it with anyone. Bottom line is there's got to be preconditions and stuff. Don't you think so, Jeff?
Yeah, that's why I think Lee's, I shouldn't say his name. I think that's what that's going to be. They're cooking something up. He's going to simp for him, and that'll be that. Yeah, he won't answer hard questions. I
hope Paps tries to redeem himself and he goes hot. If Paps had any brains, Paps would rip into A-Light with the hottest questions around if Paps had any integrity. He would, because it's your last shot. You should really try to do that. At least you would win some people over. I would still think you're a rat and a scumbag for the doxing and all the dumb shit you said. But rip him apart if you get the chance, Paps. Act like it's bingo, Thursday night bingo, and you're just going to go ape on him.
This is what I've said. The only way to make it out of this is to just fucking do what nobody's done and just put this guy in his place. But
Yeah,
whatever. Off that
that
subject.
would be nice to see. But honestly, I'm not trying to hate on Lee or nothing, but I don't think he has the intelligentsia to do that, or the spine to do that. I don't really think he has the intelligence or the spine to do that. That's just me personally.
Well, A-Light has this way of oh God, A-Light has this way of Jeff. You might want to take a look at that.
Listen, I want to just say one thing about him. So, and I'll say his name. I don't care. Lee, I don't know why you always center it around me. Like, you hate me for some reason. Like, I don't know.
Because you're a nice guy. You know why?
We're breaking balls, Lee. You can't take any criticism. We're breaking your balls. Everybody, you break my ball. You talk about my hair all the time. I'm breaking your balls. When's the last time I picked a winner? Oh, I don't know. Fucking tonight, Lee. Lee, I hope you know you're not exploiting anything I'm doing. Everyone knows I worked at Barstool. Everyone knows what happened there. Everybody knows. You're not putting anything out there that nobody knows, Lee. I don't know why you take everything so fucking serious. I mean, settle the fuck down. I asked you questions, Lee, and, you answered them, but you didn't answer them really. So, look, at the end of the day, you know where I'm at. Stop putting out nonsense. Just don't worry about me, all right?
My opinion is you're a nice guy and he thinks you're low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean? He thinks he can attack you and you're not going to, come back at him or whatever. Whatever the thing might be.
I have a problem with some of the things he says on the internet. I don't think if he's going to talk about this genre, he should say things that's not true. He says things that are not true. We can't rewrite history. We just can't. And I don't like that he does that. And it does bother me. It very much bothers me that you put out stuff that's not true. That bothers me. Do a little research, read this shit, and understand. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, constantly. Like saying he knows who I am, this, that, about everybody. It's just like, man, if you don't know what's going on, don't say it because you lose credibility. And all you have in this world is your word and your name. Even though I don't show my face and my name, I still have my word. If I break my word and lie, nobody's going to watch me or trust what I say. So credibility is huge.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything. It really is, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I'm so sure to like at this point, if anybody would believe any lie or anything put out there by anyone other than me, then you haven't been listening to me long enough. Because if I don't have credibility with my subscribers and stuff, then I don't know how could anyone. Because I'll tell you any fucking thing. You know what I mean? And no matter what I do, even if I did something I think you'd hate, I'd still tell you because that's who I am. I'm just an honest guy, and people need to be like that, man.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cowardly, too, if you're going to sit in the chat and throw digs at Jeff and not come and face him. It's just like, just leave it alone and leave then.
Yeah, listen, Lee, the last thing I'll say, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about you again, anytime you want to talk to me about mob history and you want to talk about it, let me know, okay? Because you know that the only reason you're on the internet right now is you're waiting for people to talk about you so you can make videos about them. You can't talk about the mafia. You don't know anything about it. And you should probably, again, like Mob Rat said earlier, you should go talk about something else. Talk about fucking medieval history or wrestling, whatever fuck you're into. You shouldn't be talking about this stuff. It's just that simple. And you're right. Sitting behind the computer, when I've asked you to come on and talk to me, you're chilling with your dogs. That's not an excuse, all right?
No, I got my dogs right here.
Right.
Yeah, Mob Rats is on, and he's got 3 dogs.
And not only that, let's be honest. I was just making fun of him taking little digs. Why isn't he mad at me? He's picking on Jeff, because he's a nice guy. Like,
I didn't even say anything about. I'm just sitting here. Like
amazing.
He always does that. He always goes at me. He says that he thinks I'm a weasel and all that. Dude, let me tell you something, Mob Rats, about this guy. I talked to him and I said, you're when he was first starting his channel, I said, your channel's funny. I like it. He asked me to come on. I went on his show. I said, I don't want to get into that nonsense. I don't want to get into that nonsense. He asked me to come on, and I came on. And then he just started doing other shit. And, I don't like how he's always back and forth, and stuff like this is why he's whack. It's whack.
Yeah, I will say this to him right now. Listen, you were all pissed off at me, and you made the comment that, I could come on right now if I want, and I took you up and I came right on. I don't care to have you on here, but if you're going to talk about Jeff and stuff right now, then you
You know, and then
You
it's
need-
just like blatant lies. Like
you need to come on and face him. Otherwise, don't even bother
And I would
talking.
leave the call. I would leave the call if he feels more comfortable. I would leave the call if he wanted to come on. I would leave it so he doesn't feel ganged up on or anything. I would leave the call.
No, we'll just stay quiet. You know what I mean? Like, I'll stay quiet too. I'm not going to say a word. But if you're going to talk about Jeff, you got to come on here and face him. You got to be a man about it. You can't sit here in the chat room and throw digs at him. I mean, let's be fair here.
I mean, he's just making stuff up now. I mean, about John A. I mean, what are you talking about, Lee? I mean, seriously. I mean, you don't even make sense. This is the same guy that said he loved John Gotti one day, and then 3 days later he's calling him out that he's a criminal and all this stuff. It's like, I'm studying for my big interview. No, you're just going to sit there and simp on John A. Lane. You know better than me that that's what's going to happen, Lee.
Yeah, you can't be in any kind of genre, any kind of that. You gotta have credibility. You gotta be honest. You can't even. I don't care how mad you are. You can't go on and make things up or say you know who people are or just make things up. Or when you flip flop like that, people are just they see your inconsistencies and they're not going. You're going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, what are you studying anyway? I mean, everything he says is lies.
Crossword puzzles.
There's nothing to study. There's nothing to study. It's going to be John A. Light sitting there talking about himself. And I'm quite sure you'll make sure that he does some shit talking about me too. That's all it's going to be. It's just going to be him talking about himself like every other thing that's called an interview. So there's nothing to study. Besides, you already studied him.
All you have to do is write down a few questions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see what to study. Hopefully he asks him some hard questions. I hope he does. Because I am going to stream that interview after it's done, and you can hit me with a copyright claim. And notice I didn't go hit you with a claim when you pulled up my video because I don't do that. I don't do that. But I will stream it after he's done.
Here we go. Here's an example. You ain't all that, BFS. I never said I was, and it's FBS. Jesus Christ. It's FBS.
He can't get any name right. It's John Favre and FBS.
You know what it comes down to, guys? Honestly, and I'm not trying to be funny. It's jealousy and enviness, honestly, and it's sad. It's jealousy and envy, and it's sad. That's what it comes down to. Jealous of people that watch you. Like, remember he super chat. Oh my God, a super chat. And it's if you watch, it's just envy. It shouldn't be like that, Lee. Come on.
And he also has made a comment recently that he was the one that discovered me and like he. First of all, Lee, I've been doing this for 12 years. Like, what have you been on here? 3 weeks? Like, you didn't discover anybody.
That's a crazy thing to say about. I discovered him.
Yeah, he came on my channel first. Come on, so.
According to his subscribers, he also discovered me and
Cane shades, everybody.
mentored me, and I asked for an interview, which none of that ever happened. But I will say this: I heard his commenters saying that more than him. So
listen, his commenters are trolls. Those aren't real people. Those are A-Light and John Wolf trolls. Those are the ones who got his stole his wrenches and did all that. He doesn't realize Joey Bag and No Nuts and all them people, those aren't real people. Those are people who hated you 2 weeks ago that are now just, you don't know what concerned trolling is. Go look up what concerned trolling is.
Yeah, he has five or so guys that love him. Michael Hensley and...
G.I. Simp? G.I. Simp, Real American Cuckold? Oh, that guy's good. G.I. Simp, Real American Cuckold. Oh, my God. He was so angry with me that I exposed some scamming woman on YouTube. He's like, you made fun of a woman. Well, she's a scammer. I'm going to make fun of scammers. That's what I do.
Yeah, and see what I'm not doing here right now? This should be an example to people. I'm not deliberately pulling up comments that are trashing you.
Exactly.
Because
passive
I
aggressive.
don't do that. Yeah, it's professional. I'm not going to be a dick to you. I'm not trashing you, and I'm not going to sit here and pull up the comments that are trashing you because I can make a big show out of it. And let's make fun of him and blah blah blah. But I'm not doing that. So
that was a passive aggressive attack towards you. You know that, right? You know that.
I know.
Yeah, that's passive aggressive stuff. Like a pull up. Oh my God, I can't believe I pulled up this one. Oh my God, that's a bad one. He knew what he was doing.
I know. I see it all the time. And if I don't see it, trust me, there's 50 people emailing me and sending me screenshots on Instagram and stuff. And
FBS.
it's not necessary.
What did I tell you about him about 2 weeks ago? I'm not going to say it over
I know.
the air, but you know what I told you. It's pretty fucking clear at this point. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Take that how you want it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mob Rats, I don't know what to say, man. I'm shocked by the whole thing, to be honest. I don't really understand it, but
Yeah, I was too, because I didn't know the dude really, so I thought he was a nice guy and stuff, and so I didn't know him.
He was a nice guy. Like for the first, he was super nice. I liked his channel, but then he just went this like weird way and just started,
He showed he showed his ass. That's what he did. He got up in his feels and he showed his ass. And that's because everybody come on here and put a facade on, but people can see through the real stuff. Like, oh, I'm happy for this one's channel. No, you're not. If you could destroy all of our channels, you wouldn't be. Let's be honest.
oh, they'd all be gone.
Of course, the jealousy. Like, come on, Stevie Wonder can see the jealousy over here. So could Ray Charles and Helen Keller. It's so obvious.
There would only be one channel left.
I'll still say to the day I die, the funniest show he did was when he forgot to turn the show off when he was doing that Johnny Depp interview, and he ran into the bathroom, and you could hear him like peeing. It was hilarious.
Did you see that, Mob Rats? Because I never caught that.
Yeah, I caught the number 2 at the end. Yes.
Really funny. He's like, I gotta go, and he like gets up and walks off. It's really funny.
I was waiting for him to like come out of there naked or holding a dead body in his hands or something like that. Coming out with some like dead lady in his hand. Don't really play with your lady. It's a joke. So you can't take the bans. Listen, I don't think he's built for YouTube or built for this generation of
it's all funny. Like we're having a good time. Like he thinks we're like making fun of him and laughing at him and fucking
thinks we're trying to destroy his channel, dude. Like,
yeah.
I never once told nobody to unsubscribe to him. Why would people listen to me anyways? And I wouldn't say that. I didn't copyright claim him. I made like 2 videos, and like I said, I only defended myself. I never wanted to fight with him. I don't fight with other content creators. In case I am attacked personally, then I have to, but I didn't go attack the dude.
I don't either. That's why I said basically the same thing you said. I made a whole show about it the other day. I don't want us doing that shit. And I don't attack his show, and I would never tell anybody to unsubscribe. I want everybody to do well. Okay, I just think he's confused, paranoid, a conspiracy theorist, and doesn't understand that there's a common denominator here amongst all of us. There's only one person who turned out to be fighting with everybody, except for the person he was originally fighting with. It's so fucking mind-boggling.
Look at the private.
I don't believe that. He's not swift enough. Someone like that would be very slick, and that's not the case.
I don't know.
Think about it. No, he would be clever. No, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, just an old dude who got in his feelings and don't know the internet and started attacking. That's all. I don't think he's that. What the sit down for whatever Twitter? No, I don't believe that.
Oh shit! I lost. Hold on, let me get back in here. Who knows? I don't know. I just. This is fun. I kind of agree on one. Yeah, I agree with Mob Rat's last thing there. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but it's very confusing to me. I don't understand. I don't understand a bunch of people who get along and make like-minded material, and he used to make the same material and switch it up and doing something totally different. I don't get it.
I mean, I do think he's smart to realize though that like the shit that he's doing, it is the way that you probably get views, but eventually it runs out. It's not that interesting after a while, and he's got to start talking about something else.
It's the short game, meaning, some people are going to watch because they want to see you talk about the other guy, but that only lasts so then you're going to be gone. No one's going to be there. No one's going to take you serious. It's just not the way to go.
That's why I don't say his name anymore, because every time I do, there's a whole fucking show about me. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I know. And that's why I'm doing what I've been doing this week, because I'm trying to make a point that my channel, I hope, can survive without any of that shit, without, every now and then having to
Of
throw
course
red.
it will. Well, people
the-
like you. They watch you because they watch your stories about addiction and life. So yeah, yours will. You're not basing it all on fighting with other podcast YouTubers and stuff. So it's a different ball game. It's two different animals right there. You can't compare the two.
Yeah, and everybody has something. You know what I mean? Like Jeff is a mob historian. I'm a mob historian to an extent.
But I wouldn't
I
even say I am. Like, I just like talking about the mob and have a podcast about it. Like, I don't like Lee, and that's one of his things. He says I read off Wikipedia. Like, again, like there are certain facts that are fucking facts. They're on a fucking website. But I go and find stories that people don't know. I do that kind of stuff. I put the work in. Like, there's no reason. It is a short game. That's a great way to put it. That's exactly right.
And even if someone did read off Wikipedia, who cares? Like, I don't get it. Like, even if that was the case, and if anybody's channel's not going to last, it's mine. Because as soon as the rats go away, I go away. You know what I mean? As soon as they go away, I stop telling lies, I go away.
I mean, look at this shit bag.
but they're never gonna.
Well, there'll always be new stoolies and stuff, but yeah, I can only do this for so long, and I'll get bored with it and move on to something else. But before I do that, I want to create a community. I want to create, so when I go, there's still other channels doing this. So every time you look up A-Light's name or one of these stoolies' names, our videos are right next to theirs. That's my goal.
Yeah, and that's your hold on.
So my MO, that's what I do. I've made all different communities where I expose people and I go back to it. I don't make more communities. That's what I do. So I'm trying to build up all these channels. I just make sure they're not snitch lovers or anything or secret simps, and I shout their channels out and stuff.
Yeah, and that's your thing, and everybody has their thing. Like me, I want to do all different stuff. I like having Jeff on. I like having you on. I want to do shows with Shanna. I want to do interviews. I want to do shows that are just about mob stuff, my addiction, whatever. And you got your thing with rats. That's your thing. That's what people love. Jeff can talk mob stuff. He can talk sports. He can talk all kinds of shit. Everybody's just got to find their own thing. But if it comes down to you having to bash us, then what the fuck do you do when we just stop talking about you and just ignore it? Where do you go from there? So you got to figure out some new shit.
Yeah, because like you said, when the person don't mention you or entertain this juvenile blathering back and forth, where do you go?
Yeah, but it's also getting weird too, because like he did a video on me again, and he went outside of this community to go find shit about me.
That was creepy.
I told him before, Lee, there's nothing you can do to dox me. Everything I have is out there on the internet. Everything. All right? Like, I don't – that's the kind of shit that's fucking weird. You're taking videos of other stuff. I'm like –
that didn't even make sense. I didn't even know what he is. Like, he hit somebody with a bostel. Who cares? What's that even mean?
Right. Yeah,
so what, the kid got into a fight. A guy got into a fight when he was younger at a bar. So what? Oh, my God. Whoa.
Is that what he said? I didn't watch the whole thing.
I don't know, something weird like that.
He just like he goes to like weird lengths to like out people. Now he's saying he's gonna get like certain people that I have beefs with. It's like, who cares? Like, go ahead. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that won't go too far.
I've been through it. I don't care.
Can I ask him why? Why would you? First of all, I know you're not. That's not going to be the case. But why? Why would you do that? Why not get a guest that's a fucking that's somebody interesting that people care to listen to? Why get somebody that's going to trash Jeff? Why?
Well, first of all, that guy would never come on and talk to him. But I mean, I don't know why it's weird.
Bitterness, jealousy, bitterness. It's anger. Old man seething. It's just a fact. I'm just saying it. It's a fact. I don't know why he's jealous of you guys. I don't get it. Like, it's weird, but
we did invite him to come on. He won't come on. DP.
Well, if he wants to come on, I will leave the call. So because he probably thinks I'm going to attack him or something, which I won't do. But I'll leave if he wants to come on and talk.
I'll leave too. But if you're talking about Jeff, you got to come on and you got to face him. I mean, it's no problem.
It makes him look real foolish sitting in the chat throwing these allegations when you won't even come on and fit. Here's the man saying, "Come on and let's talk," and it's like, nope, I'm going to have Tonto on or Roscoe, whatever these names are. Roscoe Coltrane from fucking.
I don't know anyone named Roscoe. I don't. I don't even think that's him. I don't think that's Lee Cole, to be honest.
It's probably not. Someone's got to check it to see if it is. But he says, no, I'm with A-Light. That's probably not Lee, because why would he say that?
But one other thing, he says I'm a snake in the grass. He's called me a weasel before. What does that even mean? I've said before, I like Sicilian. I talk to him all the time. I like certain people. I talk to him all the time. Everything I say is what you've already said. Like, how could I be a fucking snake? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
This is him. I guarantee you this is him. The things he's saying about bringing on the Roscoe guy and all that, that's exactly what he would say. This is him. I'll bet any fucking money this is him.
He just said he was with A-Light.
Yeah, I don't know if he would say that. He tries to deny that in every
Well,
video.
yeah, that's the only thing that's off, but, maybe he's, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
Maybe he meant to say I'm studying A-Light. I don't know.
And he would be sleeping right now. He wouldn't be up right now, neither.
Or let's
he is
just
an hour
say
behind, I think, us. Doesn't he live in Texas?
maybe he's being honest and he's with A-Light. I mean, would you be shocked?
He's probably doing an taped interview, and he's just going to play that.
I guarantee you. I mean, of course he's with A-Light. There's no doubt about that. Did you hear the stuff he's been saying about A-Light? What a gangster he is. What a tough guy he was. He's 10 times more the man than you are, Mob Rats. I mean, shit like this.
And A-Light's doing this. Listen, A-Light's going on there to ruin his credibility, because once A-Light goes on there and he's saying all this friend stuff, well, you go back and look at this guy's videos from 2 weeks ago. He was calling him the worst man in the world. So you destroy the guy's channel by doing that. A-Light's pretty smart by doing this, believe it or not. It's actually a smart move on his part, because he takes the credibility away from his channel. You see what I'm saying? That's like, all right, you saying I'm a bad guy. I come on your channel, we make buddies, and people are like, wow, this guy's a weirdo. Like, he just said he's this bad guy. So A-Light's actually smart by going on Lee's. He's just like crippling his channel by doing that.
Yeah, well, he's trying to pick off. He would like to pick off everybody one by one. And I know this for a fact, because I don't know if you heard what I said, Mob Rats, and I think you got an email too. I've been receiving offers for a while now to try to keep me, to get me off the subject of A-Light.
Yeah, somebody offered me $4,000.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was, to be fair, it could have been a troll. But who knows?
But it probably wasn't. And I'll tell you what, these things, these offers and stuff, what he'd like to do, what he's doing with what's-his-face right now, and he's the only guy that doesn't realize it, is exactly what you said. He's bringing him over to his side so he knocked one of us out. That's the way he sees it.
Split your enemies. Yep, split your enemies.
Try to get rid. I mean, A-Light's not smart, but he's not that stupid either. He knows, let me get rid of one at a time if I can. Like, and that's why whoever it was, whether it was him or not, in the comments that actually said that something like he offered me $10,000 or I asked him $10,000. Do you know there was people, my own subscribers, that talk to me every day that believed that? They actually believed that I asked for $10,000 to go soft on A-Light. And I guarantee A-Light will say some shit like that Friday, because that's what he does. When the truth is, every fucking day I have people, like I said, most of them are full of shit. A couple of them I know aren't, that offer me stuff, stories and whatever else to get off of the A-Light subject. Every day I get these offers. And I won't. I don't give a fuck what you offer me. I will never side up to A-Light. Never. He's the scum of the earth.
Yeah, he's like Casperosa said, he's short smart. He's just trying to split his enemies. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the case. Would you take any amount of money to lay off him?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I have to sleep at night. My family looks down on me from heaven. I can't do that. Can't do it.
Absolutely. No fucking way. What about you, Jeff? If you, I know you don't hate him. Well, you already said.
I said before, I don't respect any of these people that informed. I don't have any personal problems with them. I'm kind of in, I want to speak to John A-Light because I will ask him tough questions. I will ask him about the things that he said he's done and he hasn't done. If he said to me, I'll give you $10,000 if you never mention my name again, I have no reason. He's inconsequential in the history of the mob to me. Like, when I look back at the history of the mob, John A-Light's not going to be in any history book. So I couldn't care less about him personally. So yeah, I would take money for him because I don't need to talk about him. He doesn't. he's inconsequential to me. So
Yeah, that's why I couldn't even watch Fair City because of him. History's not going to paint him in a good light. He's going to go down as one of the biggest bullshitters in history. This week I have a stream I'm going to do about him selling his butcher knives on eBay.
Is that where he was selling them?
He's selling them right as we speak. He has butcher knives on eBay.
Get the fuck out of here!
Look it up right now. He's on eBay with butcher knives, dude.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
Did you hear? Hey, Mobrat, you hear? Well, you didn't watch Fear City, but he made a comment in the show where they were talking about the disco era in like the 70s, and he's talking about, yeah, you know, we own the clubs. We were there owning the club. He was like 14 at the time. Like, you weren't owning shit.
That's why I couldn't. And I like watching mob documentaries and movies and stuff. But yeah, once they showed me John A. Light talking about the 70s and the mob, it ruined it for me.
Look, Lee is so pissed about the comments about John A. Light. He's so mad. He's like coming back to me now. Like, you love him, Lee. Like, it's crazy.
If that's even Lee, though, if anybody can go,
that's true. It may not be him.
Well, I think there was one guy pretending to be him, but he's definitely in here. He was in here earlier.
Well, he's brought the trolls to himself. Listen, when you do videos like that and you start going nuts on camera, trolls flock to you. And that's why he doesn't know that all his mods are trolls. And the people in there cheering him on are concerned trolling him. He doesn't know what that is.
Didn't someone mess with the channel recently?
Yeah, John Wolf and those guys. That's what they've been doing. They're characters. Those guys, I don't like them, but they're funny. They know how to troll these guys, and Lee's very easy to troll. So they went in and took his wrenches and blocked everybody, I guess.
Yeah.
He said he was hacked. It's not hacking. It's called you giving somebody a wrench who you don't know who the person is.
It's called you being gullible and giving everybody your info.
Yes. Yeah, like we did with me.
You gotta be a real lunatic to do that. Like, how you're just going to give some random guy on the internet your YouTube info and let them do what they want? Weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Gullibility. That's it. I looked it up.
He don't belong on here. He don't belong in this genre. Genre.
In this genre.
Genre.
This genre.
Genre.
Genre. Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't find them on eBay. I didn't look that hard.
Let me try to find it for you.
All right, I see knives signed by him and the other guy, by Gene, but I can't find the eBay ad.
By the way, Carmine Cucci is him. Couchy, that's him.
What?
That's him. Carmine Cucci.
That's who?
It's him.
No, I don't think that's Lee. He don't know how to make sock accounts.
True.
And I see him in his chat all the time. He's always in Lee's chat talking and stuff. That's not Lee.
Oh, the person is always in Lee.
Yeah. That's
I almost said.
There's no way he can hold a show and troll at the same. There's no way for that. And he's sleeping right. It's 1 a.m. It's 12 o'clock where he's at. He's in Betty by. He's doing night.
Oh shit! You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Someone sent it to me, so I'm trying to find it. I'll get the link and show you it. Yeah, it's his butcher knives because they stopped selling, and it's like, well, what were you, a chef? I think you said that before. Like, you sell baseball bats because of you played baseball in Tampa, which is a lie. So why are you selling butcher knives?
That's a pretty funny comment from Zeus 80.
What? Can you guys talk about Larry Mazda, John? Oh, I forgot about Larry Mazda. Larry Mazda, John Franchise, or Anthony Sparrow, or John Favre.
It's like going on talking about like Mexican gang members and you can't pronounce their names. Like, so Italians are going to get frustrated with some Anglo dude who can't even pronounce our names. Of course, people are going to laugh at that.
Oh man, the Anthony Sparrow is funny. That's funny.
Anthony Sparrow.
The trolls are having a ball with him, and he don't even know it. Like those guys that are in it, the people that he's got wrenched were trying to take his channel down a week and a half ago, and he's too nuts to realize that. Like, look at the things they agree with. Look at the stuff that they agree with. Everything he says they agree with, and he believes that. He just don't realize it.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That's why I'm real careful about who I give a wrench to and stuff, man, because I don't, you know what I mean? Unless it's somebody who's been with me for a while.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
never understood why you give people wrenches. You can just kind of do it yourself. You don't even need them.
Nah, not when you got a lot of comments coming in.
Yeah, sometimes you do need someone with a wrench, because if you can't, especially if you're doing a stream or like I do videos, I can't always watch the chat and people come and spamming all kinds of crazy stuff.
Remember that one time, Sicilian, when those like troll bots came in and like were putting shit in the chat? Remember that?
Yeah, that pissed me off, and I had to start the whole thing over. Yeah, but I blocked so many words now.
I'm sending it to you now. It's right in the private chat. That's his butcher knife on eBay.
Let me see.
Private chat. Those are his butcher knives on eBay.
It says the page is missing.
Does it?
That's what I'm getting.
Oh yeah, I can't get it.
Hold on, let me try to click it again.
I feel like I saw one of those though, but Gene had it.
Well, they both signed it. Gene and John signed it.
You gotta be a real psychopath to fucking do that.
Yeah, see if that one works. If not, I don't know what. But yeah, they're on eBay. Like, you can literally buy them off eBay.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think a John A. Light hand-signed 8x10 photo costs of him? What do you think the bid is currently?
I don't know, but in his mind, he would put it up there at $100. I think maybe
$255.
Really?
What?
Yeah, there's two of them.
For signed?
There's two actually. They're both for $255 for a signed photo of John A. Light.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Imagine the people that would buy that, the sick, demented people that would purchase that. And how crazy you would have to be to want a knife or a bat or a picture of that guy. Like, most of his fans are from Europe who don't know about the American mob stuff, and they think we're just hating on him to hate on him.
Yeah, you ever see the Albanian rap video he was in?
Oh, la, why he lie? Sherbet, John Alita. It's pathetic.
Sherbet.
It's pathetic. Yeah, Hitman and High Roller. It looked like an
Is that their names?
That's their names, Hitman and High Roller.
Oh, Christ.
And when he gave an interview with George Anesthesia at a college, he said, yeah, I'm doing a video with these nice kids. They're real nice, so we're teaching kids how to not get in trouble. It's like, no, dude, the video is all about you being a gangster. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? He lies so much, this guy.
Who's crazier for doing that video? The guys for making it, or for A-Light for wanting to be a part of it? I'm not sure.
The guys for making it, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they're Albanian kids. They look up to him and they buy his story. They don't know much about the American mob stuff. So a lot of people, especially the Europeans and people overseas, they buy into his bullshit, man. Because you got to think, he's fluffed himself up in all these stupid Netflix, putting them on there and stuff. Remember, Paulie D's like, you're jacked and you're on Netflix. Like.
That's what I was telling Sicilian the one night. He gets a lot of these like people that don't know much about the mob, and he like looks the part and he plays the part and he tells them stories, and people like that. That guy had that Couchy guy on as well. Like, he'll have anyone on. He believes everybody's story.
Yeah.
Some of those guys have no fucking proof of
Well, they get what you call it, seduced by these guys, just like the Panisi guy and the guy Tom. The guy Tom is like in love with Panisi. Like, if oh my god, I've been watching some videos of them guys. It's just like, it's amazing. They get seduced by these mob guys. These mob rats are pretty slick. They know how to seduce certain people. You know what I mean? Especially these groupie types. It's like, oh, I'm friends with they get seduced and they become their lackeys.
Yeah.
It's real. So, hey guys, my grandmother's calling me. I hear her upstairs. She bangs on the floor. So I got to go right now. Thank you very much for having me on. God bless. And Pappy should have hard candy and play crossword puzzles and read the funny papers all day long. Janalita, sherbet.
All right, bro. So, yeah, Jeff, this is what I did because somebody commented and they're right. I don't want to talk about this dude at all any fucking more. And I'm not talking about A-Light. I'm talking about the other guy. So I did what I think is the smart thing, and I'm pretty sure I blocked everybody that was commenting with his, whether that was him or the other guy. One of them was him. And I think
I don't like what he's saying about, like, I think he's coming at me hard for no reason. I don't. Like I said, I thought he was a nice guy. I don't, and he'll make a video tomorrow about me. That's fine, but, we were just, it gets old.
Well, we've been on for 3 hours and 40 minutes and maybe, 20, 30 minutes was spent on him. But to hear him tell it tomorrow, it'll be that we made a whole video.
It'll be a 4-hour show on
yeah, we only had people in the room because of him, and we only had views because of him. If you want to go ahead and make a video about me, like I said, go right ahead. But at some point, you're going to have to prove that you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we literally talked for maybe 20 minutes about him. I mean, we as you said, we've been on for 3+ hours talking about mob stuff and all sorts of other stuff. So,
Art Kunkel, I don't know you. Yeah, I know you're right, Jeff. I know. I wish we didn't get on that, but at the same time, it was funny. So fuck it. Art Kunkel, yeah. I don't know who I got. I got 2 that had that.
Who cares? Blocking him is probably the best idea anyway.
Yeah, because I don't even want him coming in the room so then it starts a conversation about him or that it gets to, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to acknowledge him anymore. That's all I want, in case you're wondering, if you're watching. I don't want to talk about you anymore. I don't want you talking about me anymore. I just want to go our separate ways. Good luck with your channel. We all did a good thing here. Me, you, Mob Rats, we were all able to build these channels pretty quickly. We're all doing pretty well. So just make something out of your channel, man. And you're the oldest out of all of us. Why are you acting like this? It's so fucking strange. So just go on and do your own thing, man. That's it. And I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Carmine Couchy says, what is your problem with Anthony Couchy? He's a bullshitter. Everything is never happened. He's fake. None of that stuff happened, though. He's just making stories up.
Yeah, I know. Ron Gross, I don't want to pull up this comment, but yes, I remember when he didn't know what LCN was. And I had to, I don't know why you added when he was your friend, I guess. Okay. But you could have just said when I was on the show. But yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I mean, this is
Leon Brock saying, is John Carneglia out of prison? Yes, John Carneglia is out of prison.
John Carneglia, is he? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he got out in I think 2018. I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Mob Snob, you're right, bro. I know. My email isn't working. Are you sure? What the fuck? Try to email me something real quick, Jeff.
Hold on. You said, what is it again?
Fat Bald Italian at Gmail.
It worked for me.
Let me see if I get it.
Thanks, Don Juice. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I got it. It's working, guys. I just got his email. All right, guys. I guess we can't go too much longer. I want to go to bed soon, so. K-Mac, I thought I saw one of MRE's earlier comments deleted. On here? I hope not. Yeah, you never have to delete anything from Mob Rats. Fuck that. That's my boy. Unless it was, something that would get, the show in trouble or the channel. Mike Fleming, you are right. Let's try that. And let's try that even in the comments, guys. Just call him something else if you need to talk about him. I don't want the name mentioned at all. Night, night, Italian Stallion. He said night, night, all.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Is the first YouTuber one-hit wonder. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about that, dude. But listen, guys, thank you. Thank you for everything, man. I appreciate you guys sticking with us for 3 hours and 43 minutes, and we still got 224 people. We are beasts. And I'm sorry I didn't get to a whole lot of comments lately, but there was 3 of us on here talking and stuff. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you again. I love yous for this, for always sticking with me and being here for the live shows. Thank you, Jeff. Love having you on as usual. We could do something again tomorrow night if you want.
Hell yeah, I'll be around. Always like doing this. Always like having fun with some of the commenters. Always great commenters. Shout out to you. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Is there anything you want to shout out or anything?
No, I think I'm good. If you want mob stuff, go check out my podcast, The Sit Down. Carlo Gambino show's out right now. The definite legend, iconic Carlo Gambino. We did the show. It's out now.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Like I said, thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do anything in the day or not, but if not, I'm sure I'll be on at night. All right? Good night, everybody, and salute.